change it from speaker view to gallery view. And now I am pretty sure we are live on YouTube. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Shenanigans ttRPG. I'm RC Robbin, and we play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe. The lifeblood of YouTube. Much appreciated. Before we jump into the game, the ongoing adventures of the Natural Ones, the group of players before you, I'd love for them to go around and just mention really quickly, like, the name of their character, what level they are, maybe race, class, and what they look like. Let's start with Pia. Pia.
Hey, my name is Pia. I am a navy blue tiefling warlock. I got black hair, black horns. My patron's name is Baylor. We call him Big Daddy Baylor. We have a very love-hate relationship, but I think deep down he loves all of us. Hopefully he'll save us today from what we're going through, but we'll see.
Outstanding. Who's next?
Theoden will step in line.
Theoden
the dwarf cleric. He's from the high mountains. Pretty ugly. Some of you may know he has bugs in his beard, although not as many bugs as of lately, because we had a wedding to go to that kind of got out of hand, but that's neither.
You bring that up now?
And
well, I'm explaining why there's no more bugs in my beard, my friend.
And we've been at sea, so
we have been at sea.
Yes, who's next? Baka, why don't you tell us what your character looks like?
Sure. I'm a freaking midget.
That's politically incorrect word. We've just been canceled. Ladies and gentlemen, we meant little people, but he's not the gnome.
I am short for a gnome.
Mushroom.
Yeah. God. And I'm a rogue and fighter and thief and
more a thief than
jackass, and I cause a lot of mischief and trouble. And
mostly jackass.
I almost lost my character last session because of my greed. Good times though.
Good times. So last but certainly not least, Mr. Sirach.
I am playing Sirach, the half-elf ranger and warlock, with the same patron as Pia, Big Daddy Baylor. We're planning on getting the rest of the group, attuned to him as well soon. Baka doesn't want to, but, that near-death experience got him one step closer to meeting Daddy Baylor.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
It's a big one big happy family. It'll be great.
Outstanding. All right, so before we jump into the game, just really quickly, obviously we are on YouTube right now. We have our own website. It's SttRPG.com, which stands for Shenanigans Tabletop Role-Playing Game. So SttRPG.com. An entire list of all of our 22 episodes plus this episode will be there probably tomorrow afternoon. And other, artwork and other types of information about the group and whatnot. So please visit that website if you can, and don't forget to subscribe because it really is helpful for the stream. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. So let's jump into the game. I will give you a little. Oh shit! Quick, yes, go ahead. Absolutely.
I don't know if you want to bring Harry up.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I apologize. Harry himself, if he were sitting here with us, would be insulted that I forgot him. He would rolling his eyes and really he would be so offended. Harry is the honorary 5th member of the Natural Ones. He's a dwarf, thin, a little on the thin side. He's a cleric, but he thinks of himself more as a writer than as a character class. Because the reason why he's with the group as a non-player character is he wants to chronicle the adventures of the Natural Ones, and he believes that he can become a best-selling author someday. So he's a dwarf that kind of looks like Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones early on, maybe season 1, season 2, before he had like the massive beard. Although Harry is working on a beard, he's got a little bit of a scruff working. Yep. A little high-strung, little naive, a little sensitive. But he genuinely cares about the group that he's traveling with, and hopefully he lives to fight another day, because where we left off is a little precarious, as I'm about to describe. So before we jump into that specifically, let's back it up just a little bit first. So the group was in a city known as Eladon, and Eladon is controlled by one of the 5 factions that struggle for superiority in the realm, the faction known as the Lord's Alliance. There was a conference there. It was called the Sanctuary Conference, which basically means that regardless of the status of either, which faction, whether they're in a love or hate relationship with each other, the intelligence agents and representatives of any faction is allowed to just show up at this sanctuary conference and speak their mind and talk about like what needs to be done, kind of like a big UN meeting. So that took place at Eladon a few days before where we left off. Surprisingly, the group known as the Natural Ones didn't, set off a fireball in the middle of the conference. It actually took place,
right.
2-day conference.
Changed men.
And it just went off without a hitch. But unfortunately, the group is wanted in questioning for the murder of the Lord Commander of a different faction known as the Order of the Gauntlet, in another city far to the west. There are like since the Lord's Alliance and the Order of the Gauntlet are aligned with each other in the city of Eladon, on the job boards with flyers, basically wanted posters, and someone in the tavern where they were staying that night recognized Harry from the poster and contacted the authorities. Luckily, the group got away. They escaped from Eladon and they did not destroy yet another city. They decided after that it was time to travel for a variety of reasons, to travel east. One of which is to investigate one of the legendary 6 dwarven rune caves. They've investigated 4 out of the 6. What they found in those 4 is a lot to mention. I'll hold off on that. Actually, we would love for you guys to go back and see some of the earlier episodes. But on their way, they decided to use their folding boat, which is basically a magical item that they have, that they use a command word, and it's a box that turns into a full-flanked boat that literally can be operated by a skeleton crew. So in sailing through the channel east, heading towards the 5th rune cave, the 5th dwarven rune cave, they were set upon a massive sudden storm. And through the rolling clouds and lightning, a face appeared 50 feet above the ship. And it spoke to them and said the following. It said, how dare you enter my channel? I am Ziz and this is my channel. Pay my toll or I will sink you and drown you in the sea, or turn around and leave my waters. And the first person who notices because of a roll perception check last time was Thade, and realized almost immediately that
that's right, baby.
Storm Giant. So the question is, you are faced off by Ziz the Storm Giant, who's basically telling you to turn the fuck around. What would you like to do?
How much is the toll?
There's an awkward silence. Are you sure you want to pay the toll? Most people just turn around.
Yeah, well, you see, we're trying to get through.
All right. He looks behind his leg and kind of waves someone or something from behind his leg. And out from behind his leg comes a 25-foot teenage version of himself, male, who basically, boy, come here, sit down, boy. And he plops, splash.
This is all in the middle of the ocean?
In the middle of the ocean. His son, who's the human equivalent of like a 13-year-old, who sits basically down in front of him in the water, which basically now goes up to about his waist. And the waves start to splash, and you feel like the boat is gonna rock itself into the capsize. And what's the larger Ziz, apparently the father of this family, sits himself down very slowly. Ooh, splash, with waves. And you want to tell me a story? If my son approves of your story, maybe I will not destroy your boat.
A story. Is there?
If we tell a story and he doesn't like it, can we just turn around?
Yeah, or then are we then fucked?
Depends on how good you roll. Let's imagine he didn't say that. So
Boys, anyone got a story for this guy?
Harry has a book.
Yeah, the story about
Harry
how
does.
Harry
turn
looks
this
is
boat
like-
around and get out of here.
Harry's
I'm
got
gonna
his
look
book. Harry's
right
like,
at Harry.
but it's not, guys. It's not ready. It's seriously. I've got so many.
Make
editing-
something up.
This is no. I seriously. It's got too many editing changes and stuff.
Just give him the prologue. It's fine.
I can't do it. I have stage fright. One of you guys have to do it.
You know what? Let's turn around.
Wait.
No.
No?
You made me. My son is expecting a story now. Maybe I won't let you leave.
I got one for you.
Oh, good.
There once was a princess.
God.
It's a good start.
Yes, she found in the woods by 7 dwarves.
Wait. He interrupts you and goes, "Once upon a time, there was a princess." Now continue.
Baka,
She,
get the live quote.
She was found in the woods by 7 dwarves, kind of like me.
What were their names?
You're a dick.
I don't know if I like the story.
The
Rolo.
story's not over. The story's not
Rolo,
over.
how do you like the story? And the son kind of looks up at his father, doesn't say anything, and goes,
I got a story.
What's your story?
Once upon a time, there was a little mermaid. Her name was Arabelle. And she was
Did you just
fascinated.
look that up?
No, I'm not looking it up. And she was
You're
fascinated.
looking at your computer.
I'm not on my computer. My computer's right here. That's something else. That's my Xbox. I was shutting it off. And there once was, I lost track. There once was a mermaid named Arabelle, not copyrighted. And she was fascinated with the humans and their lost treasures at sea. And she would dream what it was like to be a human. And one day she found a magic seashell, and she made a wish that when she would go above the water, she would become a human. And so she went onto land for the first time and grew 2 legs. And it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. And
Just read the text that's in front of you.
there's no text. And she met a prince. And the prince fell in love with her at first sight. And she fell in love with the prince. And they lived happily ever after.
What was the prince's name?
Prince, Prince, I don't know, Henry.
Boy, how did you like this story? He kind of looks up at his father and shrugs his shoulders and goes,
Tough
He
crowd.
loved it.
"Make a performance check at disadvantage. Performance check, disadvantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome.
Make a
Shenanigans ttRPG butchering the Little Mermaid.
Yes. Pia, make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, shit.
Sleight of hand check, Pia.
All right.
Maybe the charismatic one should have told the story.
That's not good.
What's the roll, Pia, for your sleight
I
of hand?
said to turn around. And nobody wants to listen to me.
That's the bitch move.
I don't care.
We are
The
the
roll-
natural ones, Jacob.
Is 7 plus 6, so 13.
13. He sees you. Why are you looking to attack my son?
Oh no!
I
no,
will-
no! I'm crafting something for myself. Don't worry.
Well, keep your hands to yourselves. My son, don't hurt my children.
I would never hurt your children.
Boy, you said you didn't like the song, but I'm sorry, Baka. So you make your performance check at disadvantage. Let me know.
7.
A 7. My son didn't like your story. Someone else try, or I will destroy your boat and drown you under the sea.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab Tora and Sagi and start floating with my boots.
Okay. You're hovering above the ground, above
Just like
the deck
a
of the boat.
few inches. Just
A few
so
inches off the deck of the boat with Sagi, the weasel, and Tora, the tabby cat. Not a problem.
I'll try. Once upon a time, there were 5 heroes.
Oh,
These
shit.
5 heroes were known as the natural ones. These
Well-
heroes met in a distant land and eventually decided to go on their adventures together in search for peace, money, love, happiness, and heart. And turns out everywhere they went, everybody hated them for some reason. And nothing anybody could do would stop them from doing what they wanted to do. And now these heroes venture east, hated by the world, in search of refuge. And if you would like to know the end, you must let us pass.
Oh, that was
Sounds like
smart.
an exciting story. Did you like it, boy? He shrugs his shoulders again, but at least this time he's smiling a little bit. He's like,
I don't know. I just pulled that out of
make
my
a instead of a disadvantage, make a straight performance check. Just a straight roll. Ooh.
Fuck. That's a 7.
You rolled this form as a 7?
Yeah. And for what it's worth, Saps, I'm not proficient in performance.
I
Rob.
enjoyed it, but now you can't leave my son hanging. Someone must continue the story. That you only told us just the beginning. That's like the prologue.
It began with the
Yes,
forging
yes,
of the
dwarf.
great
You
rings.
tell us the rest, dwarf.
3 given to the elves, immortal, wisest and fairest of all beings.
Sounds like a good story already, right, son?
7 to the dwarf lords, great miners and craftsmen of the mountain halls. And 9
Reading off your computer.
9 rings were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desired power. For within these rings was bound the strength and the will
God.
to govern each race. But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was made. Deep in the land of Mordor, the fires of Mount Doom, the Dark Lord Sauron forged a master ring, and into this ring he poured his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate all life. One ring to rule them all.
You notice the big storm giant starting to get excited and rising slowly out of the water as he's getting
Aka starts clapping.
The sun starts shaking his head. Even Harry goes like, "You wrote that?"
I thought of it all just now.
Right off his
And
computer
Harry
screen.
looks
Right
at his
off my
journal,
computer
looks
screen.
at Dade and looks at his journal, looks at Dade and just very sadly closes his book, puts it down, and he doesn't say a word. He doesn't say a word. Anyway, I'm sorry to say this. I know you want advantage, but because you may
I don't care. I just wanted to do that.
you may have been influenced elsewhere. Just give me a straight performance roll.
Harry, don't stop writing.
Oh, dude, guidance him. Do it again.
No, too late.
I got
No,
a minus.
I don't want to get caught either.
I got -3 on performance, so it's 13.
13. He says that was an excellent start, an excellent attempt,
Oh
and
my
we're very
God.
happy with that attempt. And I'm leaning towards not killing you, right, boy? And he's nodding his head yes.
I like that direction.
But I noticed there's one more amongst you that has not spoken yet. Half elf with the blue hair. It's your turn. Tell a story. Splash, and the boat moves around.
I have many a story. Which one to spin for you?
Quick before he breaks my boat.
Your boat.
Here's my
Our boat.
Our boat.
I bought it.
But I'm not getting into this right now. We'll talk about this later.
Let's see. I can't like follow up the One Ring.
It's
like...
hard to follow up the One Ring.
Oh, it's hard to follow that one up.
Do your best.
Okay.
You're getting
Far,
the
far
impression
away.
that now that you're just looking to humor him at this point, because you can see from
Look
the
up
smile
the
on his
intro
face
from
and the
Shrek.
smile of his son's face that they're
Yeah,
no
to
longer
Shrek.
at this point.
Hell yeah. That once was an ogre.
Now he's just imposing at this point. Now he's just basically, it's been story time at the ocean, and he's basically like, you just keep going, keep going.
There once was a man from Nantucket. No.
Yes, yes, I've
he
heard
lived
this
in a
tale.
bucket.
And he puts his hands around his son's ears as you continue the story.
All right.
All right, fine.
I thought the whole point was for the son to hear, but I can.
Fine,
No.
fine. So
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess. Many stories start with beautiful princesses. However, she was so beautiful, she was coveted by royalty. And she was to be wed to the great king of the land. Until she was of marriage age, she was locked in a high tower.
High tower. Not too high for me.
No. You would be able to get her real easily.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, it only come up to about your knee. Yeah. It was protected by a dragon. Only the most noble knight could free this princess from the tower.
I love that face.
However, the noblest of knights did not come in the obvious package. The noblest knight was a large green ogre.
I like this story. Continue.
This knight also had a companion who happened to be a talking donkey.
Donkey.
He cracked jokes all the time. The ogre didn't enjoy it.
This is the son. It still hasn't said a word.
Now
Funny
sing
his
one of the
son's voice.
songs from the movie.
Okay. If you would like, you've
You're an
more than
all-star.
satis-
Get your back.
Yeah,
more than
that's the one I was
satisfied the
thinking of.
requirement at this
Okay.
point. Would you like to roll with advantage? A performance check at advantage. Let us know
Sure.
what you get.
Don't let us down.
I won't. I'm proficient in performance.
Would have been good to know.
Not with these rolls.
Oh, no!
My
There
total
goes our
performance is going to be a solid 9.
Solid 9. So he had already. Here's the good news.
Fucked.
Good news is no. Well, the bad news is that's not good enough. The good news is that you had already satisfied him with, I believe, the 13 or the 14 that Theoden had rolled, and now he was just being a dick and imposing on you because he was having story time for his son. So at this point, he already decided that he was not going to kill you.
Beautiful.
But sadly, what ended up happening is that you spend literally the next 3 hours telling him stories like at the campfire in order to satisfy this dick. Basically, is ha 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 ha! I like that story, Blue Man. Ha ha ha!
Sir Storm Giant.
Yes.
There's one more that hasn't told a story. Our dear friend Harry here.
What?
Baka, you just don't know when to shut your
Uh,
And I think that's
yes,
under the
tell
bus.
a story, little dwarf. You're even smaller than the other one. Ha 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 ha. Oh God. All
Come on,
right,
Harry. You're supposed to be the world's best artist.
That's payback for the
Alright.
pocket dimension.
Author.
all right. Oh God.
You
All right,
chose to
well,
go in the pocket dimension.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be there.
So this small dwarf, okay, who's even small for a dwarf, actually walks to the I guess the bow of the ship. I'm not sure what it's called, the front of the ship. I think it's called the bow.
Bow.
I don't know. Walks up to the bow of the ship where these 2 massive creatures are sitting, one large, one small. And this time they're looking upon him with smiles, though, and any of the animosity and anger that was there is gone. It's basically dissolved away, and your nervousness and anxiety is dissolved away as well. You realize that this is no longer a dangerous situation. But Harry looks nervous regardless, because that's just part of his personality. And he steps up and he flips through his book and he takes a deep breath and says, once upon a time there was a dragon, not a dragon of red or green or black or gold. This was a dragon that was platinum. And this is a story long ago, not a story of today, but a story of yesterday. And this platinum dragon ruled the land, not with pain and torture and not with suffering, but ruled the land with kindness and peace and prosperity and it was a golden age for the realm. And then Harry takes a quick kind of like glance over at Theoden to see if Theoden is like paying attention, and then kind of looks away.
I got the goosebumps.
And he says, and then came the Dwarven Lords. 6 of them there were. And
I'm gonna smile.
He stops and he kind of halts for a second and goes, however, in most stories, it is the Dwarven Lords that are the heroes, but sadly in this one they are not, for they were the conquerors of the realm, the ones that sought to bring pain and suffering to the people and rule over them with an iron fist. And there was a day when the Dwarven Lords did battle with the Platinum Dragon, and 5 of them died quickly, and it was down to the final Dwarven Lord. And at that moment, there was a reckoning, an earthquake. And in that earthquake, the Platinum Dragon lost its footing and fell to the bottom of a chasm with the final Dwarven Lord in its mouth. And as they struggled, by the time they landed at the bottom of the chasm, the Dwarven Lord's sword had plunged deep into the brain of the Platinum Dragon, killing it. So came the Age of Men. And in the Age of Men and dwarves and elves, gnomes, goblins and halflings, there's been nothing but strife and bloodshed and animosity ever since. And hopefully we can someday respect the Platinum Dragon for the sacrifices that it made.
Yeah, hopefully.
But he looks again at Theoden, checking for his reaction. He goes, but those days have not come yet. And he kind of closes his book and turns around and kind of walks behind and looks a little embarrassed for himself. And part of the reason, and he kind of like doesn't really know how his little story is going to be received. But the giant, I loved it. It had excitement and adventure and fighting. Didn't you like the fighting? The son looked up to his father and goes, oh, it was great. He starts to slowly get up out of the water, splash, and the boat's rocking this way. You think it's going to capsize, and a big wave comes over the boat, smash, literally knocks the car, the cobble snot, basically slides across the deck, literally smashing it to the side. Almost the cobble snot, which is that horseless carriage that you guys purchased last session, lifts up onto its side and then crashes back down again. Luckily, not taking any hit points.
I was just gonna think.
And that's how you decide how we lose the cobblestone.
And he stands up his full 50 feet of height, and his son also stands up next to him, 30 feet, 25, 30 feet, maybe towards his waist, and says, "That was an excellent job that you told my boy stories. You are a friend of Ziz. My son's name is Rollo, and should you ever need my aid in crossing the channel, I will not be far behind. You may pass."
Nice.
So obviously, once you get your stuff together and you batten down the hatches or whatever, clear off the sewage on the the seaweed off of the deck of the boat, you make your way, continue through the channel.
That went a lot smoother than expected.
Yes.
I was kind of hoping to fight.
What you want to
kill? Leave you behind and you can fight.
No. If I'm gonna die, I'm taking you guys with me.
What is your next destination? Looking at the map and heading through that channel, is it to beach the boat and walk to Trock, the Zentarum city to the north?
I think it's just Dwarven Ruin.
Is it to search for the Dwarven Ruin on the coast?
Yeah.
Is it to continue sailing out to the sea, fall off the side of the flat
let's do
earth?
the Dwarven Ruin. I'm ready.
Dwarven Ruin, outstanding.
Fall off the side of the flat earth.
I kind of want.
I mean, the water just does stop. Like,
that's true. That's true.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not flat earthers. We're round earthers, just in case you're wondering. It's called D&D. Anyway, so.
Wait, can we theoretically go to the right and get onto the other side of the map?
You don't know. I guess you'd have to attempt it. You have to try it. Who knows? Who knows how large the land masses are in context with the, I guess the planet.
It's like Pac-Man.
Who knows?
Go off one side, come back.
Come back the other. Exactly.
That would be great.
That would be pretty cool.
Well,
We would
someday
find a
you'll-
way to get back to Frinpool and Flitwick pretty quickly.
Very easily.
Chris, while I have you
Yes.
here, can I try to pull something out of the pouch?
Oh, sure, absolutely. As you,
I didn't get a
so the
chance.
destination is to head towards the 5th Dwarven Rune Cave,
Yep.
which is on, according to the map that the players have, is on the southernmost tip of the landmass on the coast, which they're basically heading there. While you're doing that, you figure you have this zippered pouch of holding. You cleaned out Sylvia Cobblesnot's, basically her bank, her dimensional bank, but you couldn't see what it was that you were scooping into the bank because it was in complete magical darkness. So you're reaching in, remembering the sensation of the feeling of things that as you grab them and threw them in, you're trying to imagine what those things might be as you reach in and attempt to pull them out. So what item do you remember that you try to pull out?
Yeah, I remember a metal stick.
A metal stick. So you not having the benefit of having seen the metal stick not belonging to you, it's a little hit or miss. So you're just trying to imagine how it felt in your hand as you reach into the pouch. I need you to make a roll for me. Give me a wisdom check.
Oh. Check, you say?
Wisdom check.
11.
With an 11, you reach in and the bag feels empty. Nothing comes out.
A wisdom
You
check?
know for a fact that you put a metal stick in that bag. So you know that it could not be anywhere else. But for whatever reason, at this moment, you don't have a strong enough mental image of the metal stick because you didn't see it with your own eyes. It was in complete darkness. But that doesn't mean that you can't attempt to try to pull it out at a later date. So we move on from that. I will absolutely let you try it from every so often at camp and things to pull stuff out, but let's try to move the story along. So I need a group perception check. So group perception check is either 2 rolls by 1 player or 1 roll by 2 players.
I'll
So
do one.
So we've got Pia doing 1 roll. Who can do the other?
Go for it, Srock.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So Sirach and Pia are going to do perception checks, 1 each.
Perception.
Well, I hope yours is better than mine. I rolled a 9.
19.
19. Okay.
Hey, look at that.
So when you beach what you do is you notice off the starboard deck of the boat, which I think is the left side, but I don't know. Is it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So off the starboard side of the deck of the folding boat, you notice in the distance, in front of the line of trees on the coast, you notice a kind of like an embankment or a bunker of some type. It's very small because you're maybe a few thousand feet away, so it's hard from this distance. But you're pretty sure that it's something that should be investigated, whether it's the Dwarven Cave or not. It's definitely something worthwhile. Do you guys, quote unquote, park the boat?
Park the boat. Dimension door the car off.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, what's the plan as far as getting the horses? You have 5 horses and a vehicle.
Well, the horses we could probably just walk off now.
Well, how close are you going to bring the boat to the edge of the sand?
Point.
To the
there's
land.
there's no dock, right?
There's no dock.
Just to the edge of where the boat hits the sand. And
Okay.
we walk the horses off to.
So let's say, basically last I remember, Sirach was the one that was basically doing the whole wheel thing.
Yeah.
What do they call that? It's got this wheel and it's got the spikes on it.
Steering?
No, but but don't they doesn't have a name, like an actual nautical name?
I don't know.
Where
At the helm.
Okay, let's
I
just
guess
say
it would be a helm.
let's
yeah.
say at the helm.
I just call it a ship wheel, but you know.
The Sirach is
Jacob
at the
plays
helm.
too much Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
So Sirach is basically at
miss
the
Sea of
helm.
Thieves.
Sirach,
I
do
know.
you beach the boat?
Yes, I will be.
So after, I would say, about 50 feet to shore, all of a sudden the front of the boat goes boom, and you literally, those of you that are on the boat, I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
You can even ask me to do that.
Yeah, why not? I know you're a rogue and you're insane with your dexterity saving throws, but I'd love for you to roll just to find out
Well,
what it is.
I am not rolling well, but
That's an 18 for me.
18. You keep your balance and do not fall on the boat when
18.
you're beached.
18 for Sirach as well.
18 for Sirach. Sirach, it's easy enough for you. You're holding onto the helm, the steering wheels per se, and you do not lose your balance. Thaden?
Thaden got a 21.
21 kept your balance.
I rolled the worst.
Sturdy like a rock.
18 for Harry. Harry holds his balance. Baka the gnome rogue, what did you roll?
We're getting better at this.
17.
A 17. Well,
I
17 is actually.
I rolled a 6 though. Keep in mind, I rolled a
17's
6.
bad for Baka. 17,
Yeah, that
unless
is
it's
bad.
unless it's like a 25, it's a terrible roll.
Yeah.
Pretty
So,
much.
but with a 17, all of you basically, instead of toppling over into the water end over end, all of you hold your balance and do not fall either on the boat or off the side of the boat. But the boat itself comes to an abrupt, wrenching halt, and you hear like a popping sound below deck. So, so what would you guys like to do?
Gonna happen. Repair the holes.
Repair the hole. How would you do that, Thaden? I'm just curious. Repair the hole.
We don't have
Mending?
wood.
Would mending work?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Mending is a cantrip. Cantrips usually work on much smaller things like pieces of paper, books, scrolls.
Maybe a minor restoration. We could restore the boat.
Just heal it up.
It's a push. Spiritual kind of restoration.
Shouldn't it just automatically be healed when we
The
put it in?
wood just starts growing back.
Well,
I don't know.
is it leaking? Like, can I look?
Sure. So you go below deck?
Yeah.
Yes, the below decks are absolutely you're taking water.
Okay.
Basically from the look of it, you're not going to sink anytime soon because let's face it, you're beached. The reason why you made the hole in the bottom of the boat is because you're close to land. You're not going to sink. But but the boat is taking water. It's about up to your ankle in the bottom level.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I could use Ray of Frost to try to freeze the hole closed.
That's
Do you do that?
I also believe, doesn't the boat
that
repair
out
itself
there?
when we make it
Yeah.
smaller?
I thought that's what happened.
Should, yeah.
Let's just get off
Look
the
at
boat,
Chris's
make it
face.
smaller.
Look at Chris's face.
We'll
like,
get
"Oh, I
back to
forgot."
it later if we
Yeah.
need to repair. It's fine.
So what would you like to do?
There's
with
no
your
point of
horses?
patching the hole right now if we're gonna be on the land anyways.
What would you like to do with your horses and with the cobblesnot?
Dimension door.
I'm gonna grab my horse.
You're really
and
gonna make me
lead
use
it off the
spell
ramp.
slot just as we're about to get into this cave. But all right.
Yeah, we need to get
Spell
our
slot for what? What are
car
you
off.
planning on doing,
I
Pia?
don't know. That's the problem.
Just
Well,
do it,
how
yeah.
else do you want to get the car on? If we leave the car on, shrink it and bring it back, what's gonna happen to the car? I don't know.
Car will just drop in the water. We tried that with the horses.
Oh right.
Is that the plan with the
So
horses?
you gotta use
To
dimension
just-
door. There's no other way, or we lose the car.
I don't know, Thaden, you're pretty strong. You got that giant's belt. You could probably carry it, right?
Yeah, you want me to lift it? Let me try and lift it.
Okay, all right, not a problem. Here's the
Oh my
situation.
God.
Let's see. So where exactly on the vehicle are you going to try to lift? I'm curious. Like, describe
Well,
it
which
for me.
ways it's facing?
It's you can basically stand in any direction you want for the car. Like
front.
okay. So you go to the front of the vehicle, you crouch down into like a crouch, and you put your hands underneath the front bumper, so to speak, and you're looking to lift up the front of the car.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say because you're wearing a belt of giant strength, it would still be to just lift the front of the car up. Just the front would be a straight strength check.
Okay.
Okay, so give me a strength check.
2 of us can try to get the back.
I need more than 2.
21.
With a 21, you are successful in lifting up. You do a curl with the front of the bumper. Rah! You put your hand underneath it. Rah! Rah! Ah! And the entire front of the vehicle. It's impressive, guys.
It's up.
He's literally holding the front of the car up like this. He looks like if he wanted to, with his belt of giant strength, he could literally flip the car over himself.
Okay.
Now,
that's right
now
there.
are you-
Rock, help me with the back end.
Hold on a second. I don't want to get.
Help me with the back
I don't
end.
want the rest of you to necessarily get yourself killed just yet. I want to give Thaden an option first before you guys run into the back and let the
We're just
car
gonna
flip
drag
over.
it and destroy a back
Do
bumper.
you Thaden want to try to position
It was
yourself
free
underneath
anyway,
the
who
whole
cares?
car and walk it down the plank like on your shoulder like a big barrel?
I would like to, but I don't want to die.
Yes. Well, let's put it this way. You would have to roll at disadvantage, another strength check at disadvantage. If you succeed on the roll, the DC is going to be a little high. If you've succeeded on the roll, it'll work. If not, it won't work. If you roll a natural 1,
I die.
you just may take damage.
They didn't do it. It's fine.
Yeah, might as well try it.
So you try to hoist the whole vehicle up onto your shoulder.
Strength check?
Strength check. This is the biggest one. You'll have to
Spiritual
make other
guidance.
strength checks.
Guidance.
Guidance. You absolutely can guidance.
Yeah, 20. I don't need it.
So nat 20. Well, no, you might need it because give me the actual number because the DC is high. 27. Do you want to give him guidance?
Yeah, sure.
Go for it. Roll a D4.
Where is it?
Want me to roll it for you?
No, I got it.
D4. What'd you get?
Oh, it fell.
Do we roll it again or take what's on the floor? It's up to you.
+2.
+2. It's 29. You are unable to lift the car.
No!
The DC was 30.
Can I help?
So no, that just means that he wanted to try to lift up the whole car by himself, put it on his shoulder, and walk it down the plank himself.
That would have
He
been
just
pretty
couldn't
impressive.
quite do it himself. It's not a strength thing; it's a balance thing. Like you just can't quite balance the damn thing. It doesn't have handholds. It's not a bar. It's a car. How are you going to carry the thing? So
All right,
yes,
I'm opening a dimension door.
But I almost had it.
Hold
Yes.
on. Oh, well, fine.
What?
What were you going to say, Baka? By all
I was
means.
just gonna say me and Sirach at the back end, and then Thaden gets the front end, and we just hoist it up and carry it off.
All right, I'll give that a shot. It's fine. All right, so I'll tell you what.
And-
Let's put it this. Let's put it this way. It would normally, remember how I gave him the strength check at disadvantage? Now, because the two of you are helping him, it'll be a straight strength roll
For him?
for him.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine
So-
Definitely don't
wasn't
have that
straight.
strength bonus.
Say again.
Mine wasn't at disadvantage, but it's whatever.
Okay. Well, oh, that's right. It wasn't at
Yeah,
disadvantage.
no.
So if it wasn't a disadvantage, then I'm going to give you advantage. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Hey,
It doesn't
Even
matter.
better.
How are you gonna give him advantage on an actual 20 though?
No,
Well,
you
no,
guys.
you got to roll again.
Oh, he gets rolling.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
I
rolling
want
for us.
I want you to roll again, but you roll with advantage, and the DC might be less because it's three of you doing it.
Basically, you're still lifting it. We're just balancing it for you.
Exactly right.
It's less.
What'd you get though?
A 9.
You mean you rolled an advantage and you got a 9?
Oh, you want me to? I thought the first one
Oh,
counted.
roll again.
Okay.
Advantage.
16 plus 7.
23.
Yeah.
Did you give him guidance, PR?
Yeah, I'll give him guidance.
Guidance. Give me a
Oh, wait.
D4.
Plus 3.
Okay, so what is it? A 26?
26, yeah.
26.
Okay, the DC was 25 because they were helping you.
Huh.
So it was 26. So very carefully, very delicately, the three of you save Pia's, spell slot, not forcing him to use Dimension Door. And it's back-breaking work, and it takes a few minutes, and you walk it down off of the
Could have
lengthy
just waited
plank
30 minutes.
and wade through water and
That's cold
splash.
breath.
The
I'm
car
gonna-
is.
I'm
I'm
by
gonna
the
look
time-
at PI as we move past, and I'm gonna say, "Enjoy that spell slot, bitch."
This car
Car
is gonna
Dimension
be
Door
a
something
constant-
good out later.
So just
He's
so
gonna
you
be
know,
on taxi again.
you make your
Yeah.
way. You make your way up, wading through a waist length water with the car on your shoulders and your back, about 35, 40 feet, until finally the strength gives out and splash. The car is in like 6 inches of water, basically
should-
a couple of
No,
feet
go
from
on.
the shore. You push it up onto the sand, and it is partially waterlogged, but it is on shore.
Is all the creatures and the horses off the boat?
No, because the boat is the five horses. Harry, the 5 horses, and the boat are still in its glory.
All right. Well, we should
All right.
probably go get that too. Then get all.
Yeah,
that
I'll
off.
take off my horse, my lion.
Okay, absolutely. You lead the
Oh,
horses off one at a time
menagerie.
down the plank. The menagerie of animals that you guys have carrying with you. For those of you that don't know, in addition to Soggy the Weasel and Tora the Tabby Cat, there are 2 lion cubs, Ari and Alistair. And then there's also a dog, a blink dog named Chester.
My boy.
So every animal, living creature makes its way off the boat, including Harry and his books. And
Then I will say Abra and let the boat get. Oh no, I'm sorry.
wait,
Alakazam.
Alakazam. And all of a sudden now there is a wooden wooden box about this size just floating in the water. Pristine condition. It is not damaged in any way.
All right, then I'm gonna grab that.
You grab it. It's now in your possession, Pia.
Beautiful.
All right, so you were on the coast. Would you guys like to go and investigate what it looks like from a distance, a bunker of some kind?
Yeah, we could try to sell this fucking car and get it away from us.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so when I say bunker, I kind of mean like
Sell it to the bunker people.
yeah.
You want a car?
When can I get it? Let's see. Does anyone want to investigate this bunker?
I will.
I'll do an aerial investigation.
Okay, so then let me get either one roll each from Sirach and Baka, or one person gets 2 rolls. It's up to you.
Can I also do it with my owl to join Baka to maybe give him advantage or something?
Well, it's kind of already advantage because
that's right.
Yeah.
Sirach,
So let's just assume that as part of the narrative, you send the owl up to do a little scouting as well. It's just part of the advantage roll. So Sirach
cool.
roll 1
Why not?
d20 for investigation, and Baka another d20 for investigation.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Baka.
13.
You get 13. So we'll count the dirty 20 as the group roll. All right. You've seen this before. When you get closer, the bunker is actually a hill that kind of protrudes out of the landscape. That the opposite side of the bunker has a flat stone surface. When you make your way around the side, you notice that the flat stone surface has that same diagram, that etched diagram that you've seen at 4 other Dwarven rune caves. This is, in fact, the 5th Dwarven rune cave. For the purposes of those who haven't seen the earlier episodes, I'll just give a quick description of what the thing looks like. Okay, imagine flat stone surface. Seems to be no apparent entryway. It looks honestly as if someone basically just used a chisel and chiseled out a kind of design on the surface of a flat stone surface, which is 10 feet high, 10 feet wide. It's a circle. It's 3 rings. So 3 rings inside of each other. And in the center of the 3 rings, there is basically 3 holes, where as if you would be able to put your 2 fingers and thumb in like a bowling ball. It's exactly that hole. Right in the center circle, a ring, and another ring. On the top is an arrow pointing down from the top straight down. And on each ring is series of patterns or designs that on quick look like different animal shapes, monster shapes, different types of shapes. Like, for instance, they're all arranged in different patterns. Like around one of the rings, you'll see, like, let's say a butterfly, an owl, a bird, a dragon, and that makes its way all the way around each of the 3 rings in a different pattern. It doesn't look like it moves. It just looks like a solid stone etched like mural or piece of artwork. Is there anything that you guys would like to do? Based on what you've done 4 previous times. So they look around, make an investigation check, Baka, with advantage, because obviously your group is going to help you. So you can roll twice.
16.
16. With a 16, it is easy enough to find about 50 feet away in a hidden location inside like a kind of outcropping of growth and trees. You notice 3 platforms that are waist high. Well, they're not waist high for you because they're about 3 feet high. So they're actually eye height for you, Baka. But on the top of these platforms are 3 symbols. At the other 4 Dwarven rune caves, when they found these three platforms, sometimes there was wear and tear. Sometimes there was damage from exposure to the weather. Sometimes at one point there was an entire pride of lions that was blocking your view of it. And you handled these situations in a most unique way. For whatever reason.
Is there another pride of animals we should be aware of? No. Cubs, maybe?
Well, make a perception check, Baka.
Oh, well, you already said the answer.
Can I get a baby Tarask?
I was actually going to ask, while they're playing around with the puzzle, if I can just scout the area in case there's any, we're close to truck, so if there's any, Zentarum guards wandering the area for whatever reason.
You make a perception check for that specifically, Pion. Let me know what you get. What'd you get, Baka?
All right.
14.
14. With a 14, you do not notice any wildlife in the area. Yeah, just sorry.
I roll a 19.
A 19. With a 19, you know, you basically take a quick kind of jog up and down the north and south side of the beach and kind of look into the forest. You honestly, you feel like you're alone. It almost feels very desert islandish. You know, if there are any patrols, they're not nowhere near this location. Okay. So what do you, so you have the 5 horses, you have Harry, you have your group. Like I was saying about the 3 platforms with the stone, with the basically the different diagrams. The other ones, there was always an obstacle. This particular one, there's no obstacle at all. It's clear as day. The left symbol is, hold on, let me just get it out from the page.
It's kind of alarming that it's going to be a little easier.
Give me 1 second. Okay. It is
sometimes.
A butterfly is on the left podium. A dragon is on the center podium. And an owl is on the right podium.
All right, so butterfly, dragon, owl, going from top to bottom.
Yep. Okay, so how exactly do you do that? So what do you do, Baka? You stand there and try to move it?
I'm gonna have Dayton, ask Dayton, stick your hand in the
well, just so one thing I forgot to mention to you guys is the fact that there is actually another podium about 4 feet from the surface of this wall, with kind of like the indentation of a hand on the top flat surface. No, I'm just saying it also for the purpose of people watching and may see this for the first time. Who is the person going to put their hand on the top of that podium in front of the wall?
It's always been Thaden.
Not always. I did it the first time.
That won't be the first time you're using my hand tonight.
I'll do it.
So Pia, who's doing it? Pia or Thaden? You guys gonna arm wrestle for it?
Yeah, let's arm wrestle for it.
But you know what? You have an unfair advantage. Well, he's got an unfair advantage. He's got a belt of giant strength. Not cool.
PvP, let's do it.
All right, listen, everybody. So for player versus player, ladies and gentlemen, we use an app. I want everyone to load up the app. Let's do this. All right, so the group RPG app.
So wait, PvP brawl for the 2 of them?
Oh, you guys want to fight each other?
It's a fight to the death or nothing else, guys.
That kind of gets in the way of my narrative a little bit.
Magic's allowed.
It's not your narrative, it's our narrative.
Magic can't be allowed.
No, magic is allowed.
That's not fair.
No, magic is definitely allowed, but you have to basically announce non-lethal damage. Otherwise, I will. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what.
Let's not waste spells. We're about to go in.
I'll tell you what. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. DM host.
No. Let's just do it. Sirach, go stick your hand in there.
It's too late now.
They're doing it anyway.
Started something.
All right, while they're doing
the name of the table is Drow 1. DROW 1. Pia is at the table. Thaden at the table. They're joining an online app so that we can all see rolls. Okay, seems like everybody's at the table. So you guys are going to basically get on top of the podium where you should just put your hand, but instead go on one person on one side and one person on the other for an arm wrestling match. Thaden the dwarf is much shorter than the tiefling. And but he's much
I can get a rock. I could put the rock on and stand on it.
Exactly. So you're standing on the rock. It's easy enough for you to find a rock. And now similar to the same height. You're much thicker than the tiefling warlock. And you're also wearing a belt of giant strength. So good luck. Good luck, Pia. What I'd like you both to do is do a contested strength check. So don't add any modifiers. Just roll the dice. Thaden rolled a 19.
You
can't beat that no matter what.
It's not over. No, that's not true. It's not true. This is a contest. Let me get a roll, Pia.
Oh.
Okay, so Pia, what is your strength bonus on your?
Nothing.
So you just straight 7. So he puts his supple hands up there and
his pretty little hands.
Soft.
And then this monstrous meat hook.
Is that what a woman's hand feels like?
Yes, it is.
This monstrous hand of the dwarf and goes like this, and all of a sudden, immediately as it starts, as they say go. Immediately his wrist breaks. No, I don't mean the bone breaks. I mean that like there's this kind of
no, the wrist is broken.
Where the wrist goes like that.
His forearm is snapped in half.
So Thaden has the immediate advantage. So I want you guys to make another contested strength check.
All right.
Thaden rolled a 9. Pia rolled a 5.
I thought you rolled another 7. I was like, really? But
So-
the 5's even worse.
So basically, now instead of just having broken the wrist like this, he's gotten the edge and it's over like this. It's happening very quickly. We're making the rolls contested, but this is all happening very fast.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand and tickle Theoden's bum.
He's tickling
Distract him.
Theoden's bum. Okay, perfect. I love this. This is great. So something unexpected happens to you, Theoden, causing you to roll at disadvantage.
Oh,
The next, this is it. You have a feeling like you're gonna win the arm wrestling match, and then suddenly you feel something uncomfortable. Touch your bum, and you're distracted. So roll twice. It was like the lower of the two.
Well, it has a disadvantage button.
Oh, it does. I didn't know that. Go for it.
Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so 13 plus. What is your modifier?
It's
Plus
still a
seven.
dirty
7.
20.
So it's a dirty 20 against Pia. Roll. 3. So even though you try to distract him, so it's basically a 20 to a 3.
Can we agree
And
his
fuck
arm
the
is
jab.
completely shattered?
No.
Meanwhile, Sirach just puts his hand in the slot.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while they're just finishing huffing and puffing at each other and glaring at each other, he just walks over and slides his ham onto the top of the podium where they were just arm wrestling. The outer rim of his hand turns blue. And then the mural, the artwork, the circular ring artwork on the flat surface of the wall, the symbols begin to glow blue. Now, would someone else like to do something while Sirach, you can't reach the wall with your hand in there because it's a little bit too far away, So who wants to go to the wall?
I will go.
We're too busy arm wrestling. And
Maybe
wondering
not
what
the
tickled
short
your ass.
people, but you know.
So
whatever.
Baka.
I'll use
Baka.
my wing boots to fly
Well-
up and spin.
Okay, so what are you putting at the top one?
Right, the butterfly, then the dragon, then the owl.
He spins the top ring butterfly where the arrow is. He spins the middle ring dragon for the center, and the bottom one was what?
An owl.
Spins owl, clicks in. All of a sudden, you could feel the ground begin to vibrate, and a seam where there wasn't one before appears in blue light down the center of the wall, and it boom, and the stone starts sliding inside as if held by some sort of mechanism that you cannot see, revealing a series of stairs that lead down into darkness. What would you all like to do?
You
Here
guys want
into the
me to go
darkness.
first?
Turn
Or
around and
do
go home.
one of you want to trip the traps like you usually do?
You can go first. I'll just tell you if I see anything ahead of you.
Sounds good.
So Baka decides to go first. Let's do a marching order real quick. So it's Baka, and then
Sirach.
who is after Baka? Sirach. Harry wants to be in the middle, so Harry will be there with the menagerie. Basically, it is Chester, Tora. I'm going to Chester, Tora, and the 2 lion cubs. I'm going to imagine that the weasel is around your neck,
Of
Baka,
course.
and then Splinter, the rat, is inside the pocket of Pia. Okay.
So
it's
Chester's
Bak-
with Theoden.
Okay. So then you know what? So then we'll go Harry, Theoden.
I'll cover the back.
Theoden plus Chester. And Pia is in the back of the line. So you head down the stairs. How much of a distance is there between Baka and the rest of the group? Is it
Let's say 20, 25 feet.
25 feet. 25 feet. And then the rest of you are going within 5 feet intervals after that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
All right. So a little bit of distance as Baka investigates. Baka, are you stealthing or are you just walking in there broad daylight?
I'm gonna stealth and look for traps.
Stealth
We
and
all
look
know
for
it's
traps.
gonna be-
So for the first 60 feet or so, let's do the first stealth.
29.
29. You are properly stealthed. Okay, so you slither down there, hiding in shadows. Make a roll of perception check for traps, please.
Guidance.
Oh, you're too far away.
Okay.
8.
Nerd.
8. You believe that there are no traps. Do you continue?
Gingerly, yes.
You gingerly make your way to 60 feet.
Prancing around.
Luckily, nothing goes off. You don't step on any kind of hidden plates or anything and engaging in
No,
the
that's for later, I'm sure.
So you go another 60 feet. Make another stealth check, please. I'm assuming that you guys are telling each other through the earpieces, the magic earpieces.
Yep.
Like, for instance, you can come the next. So you're following after him after 25 feet.
Hey,
So
Baka,
what-
you dead?
What's
34.
34. I mean, I got to roll a natural 20. And I did not. So if there's anything in that cavern or that corridor that's looking to hunt you, they're not aware of your presence at all. Now do another checking for traps, perception.
13.
13.
Oh, sorry, 14.
14.
That helps
You
too
do
much.
not believe that there are any traps. You notice that this second, now it's a T intersection after about 40 feet, where basically you go straight to a dead end and it turns left and right.
Right.
And there's a certain familiarity to it. It seems like the construction of all 6 of these dwarven rune caves are very similar in the sense that it's dank and dark. There are sconces on the walls that have gone out maybe hundreds of years ago, so there's no light in here. You guys are using the shades of gray in your dark vision in order to illuminate and see down the corridor. All of you can see 60 feet. I think Sirach can see 120 feet. And you notice that it smells kind of like oil and sulfur. It's got a weird kind of smell to it. And it's got a T intersection that eventually, if you go to the T intersection, you look left and you look right, it turns on both sides after about another 60 feet. So you're at the T intersection. Nothing jumped out at you. Nothing shot at you. You stepped on no hidden plates. Are you going to go left or right, Baka, at that T intersection?
Left.
So you make your way left. Everybody, you notice 25 feet in front of you that he made a left turn. Are you guys going to follow him down the left corridor? Sirach is next.
Come on, Sirach, are you?
I
love how this is a hard decision.
So you're saying that he keeps his 25 feet.
Yes.
Going down the left.
Yes.
So I would be in the intersection.
Yeah, you're standing at the T intersection with everyone right behind you. And now when you look to your left, you see him 25 feet in front of you, making his way down the left side. And again, the corridor is about 10 feet wide. If you wanted to be 2 across, you could, but you guys just happen to be single file. So it's 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, T intersection, and then it goes about 60 feet left and 60 feet right. You notice that Baka has decided to go left.
I'll follow, but I'm going to let him go an extra 10 feet ahead of me.
Extra 10 feet. So you're going to extend it to 35 feet. Okay. Baka, let's assume that you're still stealthing. You don't have to make a roll because as you can see down the entire corridor, there's nothing there. Your dark vision shows you that there's nothing there. Unless you want to stealth.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to prime my flying boots.
Prime in the flying boots just in case.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So he has boots of flying just in case something drops out from underneath him. He is ready to activate them.
I'll also ready my Misty Step out just in case too.
Misty Step spell. Well, I mean, what we'd have to do is even though you can't really ready both at the same time, if it's either one or the other.
Well, my boots can be active. It's just passive active.
Well, that's true. Okay, I'll allow that. Well, then, I mean, if there's something that requires your Misty Step, we may still need you to do some sort of dexterity check. Dexterity checks are your strength, so it's not like something that, I'm sure you'll be fine. Now,
I'm sure. Famous last words.
So Sirach basically kind of holds the group back for another 10 feet or so, and then continues after Baka down the left side. Baka,
hold up.
Okay, does everybody hold up? Everybody holds up.
I said, what's the hold up?
Oh, what's the hold up? Somebody in front of you thought you said hold up, stopped, you bumped into them, and there's this moment of confusion where like, what the hell?
What do you want, Pia? What's going on?
What do you? It's taking me so long.
What do you mean? What's taking me so long? We're
gone.
letting Baka go. Just.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Should we get out of here?
You can go right if you want.
No, I mean like just back to like, the house
Friend
that we
pool?
bought and just go home.
So as Baka is walking his way down the left side, you are all in like basically a football huddle at the T, discussing plans about leaving. Make a perception check, Pia. Perception check, Baka.
Natural 20.
You can hear them loud and clear. It's like echoey in there.
Right.
So
I'm gonna use the earrings and say, if you're gonna leave, do it now so I can keep all the treasure for myself.
No, we were talking about leaving.
I could hear you, you little shitbag.
Okay, we'll leave and we'll seal this up. You can have all the
yeah.
treasure, but you'll never get to go anywhere.
Can't seal it up
Cave
with me
of
in here.
Wonders.
So you get to the turn. The left intersection turns right. Do you wrap yourself around that corner, Baka?
I do. I don't
Okay.
even care if they're following me at this point.
So
It's
you
going.
basically walk your way around
Baka,
the
we're
corner.
just kidding. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Baka
my feelings.
leaves your sight momentarily. You don't hear him scream or yell or anything. And when you turn that corner, nothing happens. The corridor goes another 10 feet and then to a dead end wall. Now you've seen something like similar to this in the 4 previous dwarven caves. You know from experience that there's probably some sort of trap.
Yeah, I'd like to look for the trap.
Literally, you're looking for a trap. So let me get a investigation check for traps.
You sure I can't do perception?
No, this is an investigation. You're investigating the wall.
9.
So you look around the wall, you feel around, you're looking for it, and very quickly you notice that there is a kind of a stone that is made of a different material than the rest of the stone around it. And just a quick glance at it, cursory glance, leads you to believe that it can depress. And it's probably an activation of something that will allow maybe the door to lift up or part or something. It's out because there's no handle, there's no doorknob, there's just that stone. Now you investigate the stone, and to the best of your knowledge, there's no trap on that stone. Now, the rest of you are making your way down after him, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
make it to the corner.
So by now you make it to the corner, you look around the corner, you notice that he's investigating the wall. Is there anyone else that would like to also investigate the wall? Because that would be kind of like an advantage roll. Do you want to, since you're in front?
Oh well, yeah, that makes more sense.
Guys, there's a trap up here. It's stone decompresses. One of you who's not afraid of dying should come up here.
Well, I mean, Sirach, do you want to basically investigate that spot to see if you can find a trap on it?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
make an investigation roll to investigate that spot that he found.
Oh, that's not bad. With my investigation being pretty bad. Actually, never mind. Investigation's not bad. Insight's bad. Investigation will be a 23, actually.
23. Excellent. You needed a
Selling
20
yourself short
you needed
there.
a 20.
I was.
So
I got confused with the eyes,
you needed a
the letter
20.
I don't
Excellent.
use often.
Part of the
Crazy old
reason
wizard
why,
eyes.
since there's been some sort of different type of trap at each one of these dwarven caves. It's not a surprise when you notice that the button itself, if you kind of wiggle it, you can make it literally slide out and pull the whole. It's not made of stone; it's made of wood, but it's kind of like it's shaded and painted in such a way so that it looks like stone to try to trick you. But you've seen things like this before. It's actually kind of amateurish. You find a way to disengage it and pull the whole piece out. And underneath it is another button and a spring to some sort of liquid that's a liquid capsule of some kind underneath behind that spring. You believe that if you had pushed, there's a piece where you can stick your hand in and push that leaves that secondary button alone, where you're fairly confident that if you reach your hand in and push, you can get the door to open, but not engage whatever that trap is.
Okay.
Did I describe that well, guys? Did you get a mental
Yes.
image of what that was, guys? Well, it's basically imagine there's an empty hole, and if you reach in there, you notice that there's something that you can push, which could be to engage the door. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But right next to it is another button underneath the thing that he pulled out. Inside.
Oh, okay.
And that circular button is attached to a spring and a vial of liquid after the spring. And you have a feeling that if you were to push that other button, the spring would release, the vial would crack open, and maybe something would happen. But Sirach thinks that that's the trap.
Can I take the
Okay.
vial?
You can try. You
Yeah,
want
I
to
want
give it a try?
It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
spring
want
the trap.
Well,
Wait,
that is
Can
a
I use
possibility.
identify on it beforehand?
Sure. But
Actually, yeah, you know what? I like that. Yeah, do that.
if everyone is willing to wait 10 minutes for him to do a ritual spell identify, go for it.
Oh, so
I'm gonna
long.
hover my finger over the other button for the 10 minutes. Just be like,
Is he gonna do it?
So after 10 minutes, you do the runes, the somatic components, the material components, and you determine that if it is a magic item, it doesn't have a particular property that you can identify. You're not really sure even if it's magic.
I
Fantastic.
didn't
So
say, I said identify, not detect magic.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
Oh.
that you're unable to identify it.
I
You're
can
not
ident-
even sure if it's magical or not.
Be
Oh.
poison.
Can I use detect magic then?
Sure. Another 10 minutes while Sirach hovers his hand over it in circles.
Can I just know what it is?
20 minutes. 20
Help
minutes.
me.
When you do that, the capsule, the vial in the back does not glow, leading you to believe that whatever it is, whatever chemical it is not magical.
Pressing the button, guys.
Press the button.
So now let's be clear about this. Are you pressing inside the vacated hole? Are you pressing that button or the circular button where the vial is? Which one are you pressing?
The button inside the hole.
Outstanding. I just want to make sure. So you push that.
Then I'm going to toss the violet Baka. No, kidding.
Yeah. Well, does someone want to try to take the vial, or are you trying to leave it there?
Let me take the vial for you, Pia. No offense, I have more dexterous fingers.
Go for it. I'll allow you to do
what?
it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'll allow you, Baka, to do it as
Better
if you're
you
like.
than me.
Imagine like you're picking a lock and use your stats as if you're picking a lock.
My pick locks? Can I use sleight of hand instead?
Sure. Why not?
It's an extra +1.
I'll go for it. Why not?
A 26.
You needed a 25 not to activate it. So I'm glad you got a 26.
Oh, good
Okay.
God. All
So
right.
he very carefully releases the spring and it pops immediately, but he's very quickly with his hands, he pushes it in the other direction, it bends it, and it pops in the other direction. It does not strike the glass vial. You can see like the beads of sweat on his forehead when he's doing this. And even though he wouldn't want you to see it, Baka goes at the last moment because it was a complicated little maneuver with his hands. And he gets the vial for you. You now have that vial of whatever that is, Baka.
And I'm gonna toss it gingerly to Pia.
Nice. I like it. Pia, make a dexterity saving throw.
Wow, a nat 20, no shit.
Oh,
What's this word
no.
gingerly? Is that like you looked it up? Is that your word of the day?
It's just I mean, it's just what I'm randomly today.
So since you rolled a natural 20, you actually like reach your hand behind your back, you catch it behind your back, basically, like trying to show off.
Fancy.
What color
No.
is this fluid?
The color is the kind of like you notice
Antifreeze.
upon make an investigation check, Pia. I want
Okay.
you-
16.
16. Upon inspecting it closely, you notice that from a distance it looks like it's liquid, but it's actually gaseous. It's not liquid.
It's
It's-
ashes.
Gaseous.
Gaseous.
Huff that shit. Just
It's a
huff
gas.
it.
Okay.
So you wanna
give me
open
some
it
of
and
that.
You wanna
Yeah,
open it?
yeah.
You
No.
sure? Okay.
No.
Do it.
No,
do
hell
it.
no.
Do it. No balls.
Do it.
Yeah, no, you're right. No balls.
Don't be a bitch.
Not now. Not yet.
Okay.
yet.
So
Gotta save it to
so what do
have
you
a
do
good
with
time
it?
later.
Out of curiosity, what do you do with the glass vial?
I want to keep it in my on my person.
Okay.
Here,
Where-
you want to put it
My other
inside
vials
the
that I use
pouch?
for like the humanoid blood for the demon spells.
Wait, Pia, you don't want to put it in the pouch of holding?
No, keep it
No.
with the other vials.
Okay.
All right, so
you don't
you
want
put it-
us all to have access to it.
You put it the vial
it's
along
glass.
with your other glass vials
wouldn't
in
break in there.
a safe
Oh.
pouch where it will probably not break. But the point is it's there, and that's where it's safe. It's safe for the time being. So the door opens. Instead of opening this way, it opens up from the bottom as if on some kind of. And the funny thing is that again, it's very fine dwarven architecture. Believe it or not, big surprise, right? There are gears.
I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised. There are gears on the side that spin that you can see that makes the wall slide up into the open spot. It must be magical in some way too, because you don't see where the counterbalance weight is that would lift the wall up. It just moves on its own. Very strange. But in any event, when the
Chris?
door, yeah, what's up? Yes, sir.
Well, no, sorry. I was just gonna get my swords out, but put the Astorian sword in main hand.
The story and sword
Going by
main
the
hand.
pattern.
Yeah, absolutely. Considering that they've been in 4 other of these dwarven rune caves, it's not a big surprise what happens next. As you notice, as the door slowly opens, you see feet at the bottom of the door as the door is rising.
What size?
Several sets of feet, probably. I don't know. What size are you, Theoden?
Dayton's probably I don't know, a 12 in men's.
Yes, there's probably 12
Okay.
in men's.
Okay.
Are
Probably
they
around-
wearing bowling shoes?
No, you don't. Without a perception roll, you don't see bowling shoes.
Oh, I'm gonna pursue
it's-
that.
So the door starts to slowly
Rolling it.
open, and as it opens up, waist high,
Yeah.
chest high, chin high. You notice as it continues going up that these individuals that are standing on the other side of this door waiting are not alive. You can just tell by the condition of their armor,
Surprise!
condition of the skin on their hands, the fact that their hands are holding weapons. They are waiting for the door to lift. What would you guys like to do?
Have you guys been waiting long?
Oh, that's all. That's the only response you get.
I'll take that as a yes. Sorry we're late. You know, some of us need to take showers.
We got caught up.
We didn't know what we wanted to wear.
Piat changed makeup like 4
We
times.
could decide on dinner forever.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Everyone roll initiative. Combat has begun. All right, everybody roll initiative. Dun, 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 dun.
No, now is the time for
done.
talking, not combat.
Yes, yes.
I'm
Silly.
gonna use.
I got a
friendship.
16. I'll be right back.
Sure, 16 for Theoden.
Also got a 16.
Well, I got a 17.
All right, so let's see. Sirach,
Wow, you don't even want to know what I
17.
rolled.
Let's see. Pia, 16. Theoden right behind him with a 16. I'm going to roll for Harry. Harry rolled a natural 20. Nice. 22 for Harry. 22
Damn,
Harry. I'm going to roll
Harry.
for the menagerie. No, not for the menagerie. I take that back. I'm going to roll for Chester just so that actually no, you know what? I'll have Theoden plus Chester. Chester will go on Theoden's turn if he wants Chester the blink dog to attack. Who am I missing?
Me,
What did you get?
24.
24 Baka. And let me roll for the individuals standing in front of the gateway. Let me just get the sheet out to see if they have any dex modifiers for their initiative. Oh, they do. Nice. Cool. All right. So that actually gives me a dirty 20. So that's cool. Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Just writing in these last little tidbits. And what about those peoples? Okay.
The vampires.
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, sorry, did I spoil
The
something?
people that we don't know about.
Let's see. So, let's see. 18 for. Okay. Okay.
The flesh golem and his friends.
So let's
Storm
jump
giant and his son.
Well, no, they were.
No.
They would not fit down there.
So, as the door rises, Baka, you get to react first because let's face it, you're in the best position. You're alongside Sirach. You're the closest to the enemy behind the other door. What would you like to do?
You missed. I'm also the best fighter.
Perhaps that is it remains to be seen. But I'm not. Someday we will find out. I'm sure. So, what would you like to do, Baka?
How far are they?
Honestly, they're within 5 feet if you're standing right at the edge of the door.
All right, I'm going in.
It's up to you. I mean, do you want to back off? I will
fuck
allow
that.
you to back off if you
Now,
want.
Chris, no,
Okay. So there are 3 in front and 3 behind. Make a perception check, Baka. Perception, Baka.
What's up, y'all?
it's 23.
23. Okay. So, you notice 2 figures behind them. There are basically 6 undead warriors in various states of decay, wearing basically armor that is bruised and bloodied and broken and long since just a big mess of armor and rot. And behind them there is a female and a male. And with the 23, you can just sense it. There's an aura about the male that is just frightening. Something about the male is very intimidating to you, even at this distance. So anyway, are you looking to just jump in and start hacking and slashing at the 3 in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll pick the guy in the middle and have at you. What are you gonna do?
Right. I rolled a 26 or 25.
25.
Historian.
25 with the historian is a hit.
Let me just roll all 3 to hit. See if
Okay,
they
go
hit.
for it.
And 23 with the rapier,
Mhm.
and 24 with the.
All
historian.
3 of your strikes, they all strike with precision and accuracy. So don't forget your bonus damage to undead with the historian sword.
historian is +8. So 18 with the first hit.
18 with the
Second hit
first.
is 14. So 18, 14,
18,
and
14. And the final strike.
is 14.
14. So all three of those strikes, by the time he's done swinging at this one undead creature, it is in 3 pieces and falls like in a meat market on the floor. So I remember how I said there were 3 of them right at the door. There's only 2 of them right at the door. Just like
And
that. Yes.
I would like to back off.
Back off.
Now he wants to back off.
Well, now here's the situation. In order to back off after attacking, you'd have to use your bonus action to disengage. Are you doing that?
They can take the attack.
Oh,
There's
they
only one.
can.
There should only be one next to me, right?
Well, no, actually,
Theoretically.
what I'm thinking is that the 3 of them are basically right there. If you back off, you could possibly be attacked by 2 of them. Like, in other words, you basically jumped into the middle of 3 of them. So it's one of those deals.
I'll
where,
disengage. I'll disengage.
So if you use your bonus action to disengage, no attacks of opportunity, and you of course still have your movement. How far back do you want to move?
To where Harry is.
Okay, so let's say you're 15 feet back from the wall. Let's just say that, okay? So and now there's a collection of people kind of like hanging out in front of you, between you and the two undead.
I want to put at least. Let's just say I just want to put at least 2 of the guys in front of me.
They
2
are
from my team.
absolutely 2 people are in front of you. You've got Sirach in front
That's
of
it.
you. You've got Harry and Chester in front of you. Oh no, Harry and Harry and the two lion cubs are basically in front of you.
All right.
Okay.
And since I'm next to Ari, I'm gonna say Ari, get ready. Your turn's coming.
Okay. Ari looks up with you with these big eyes, go, "Oh, yes, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. Can I fight? Can I fight?" Arr, arr, arr,
Very soon.
arr, arr.
Very soon, but on my command.
Okay, I can do it, Daddy. Arr, 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 arr. Okay, so now after Baka goes Harry, actually, and Harry is going to, let's see. Okay, first thing he's going to do. Yeah, you know what? I like that. He's going to turn around because Theoden is right behind him with Chester. And he's going to grab your helmet, Theoden.
Oh.
Right? And he's going to pull your helmet close to him. Almost like as if he's going to kiss you. But he doesn't.
Hey.
He doesn't. Right? And he takes his other hand and he puts his thumb on your forehead and goes, "I know how you feel about the Platinum Dragon, but today she will save you should you fall." And he casts Death Gate on you. Death Ward is the name of the spell.
He's
What's
basically
that?
saying you're gonna die.
So here's the deal. The deal is that for the next 8 hours, if you reach 0 hit points to where you would die, you come back to life with 1 hit point.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Berserk.
Like a
So
soul
for the
stone.
next hour, the next 8 hours, you basically have a soul stone. For those of you that don't understand what that means, you need to play some World of Warcraft. So anyway,
Get on it, boys and
yes,
girls.
yes. So Harry is done, and after Harry, the two undead creatures get the jump on the group. So I've got Harry is there. So it would make sense that Sirach gets both attacks because Sirach is probably the closest to the wall. He was the one that pushed the button.
Unfortunate. If only someone was in front of Sirach.
Yeah, if only someone wasn't a little bitch.
So what kind of an attack can I do?
I would like to run away.
I'm positioning myself for stealth attack.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they all say.
And
So
while also baiting out my teammates.
the first one the first
Chills.
undead soldier that lurches at you, Sirach, first tries to slash at you with his longsword. And let's see what he gets. I rolled 15 plus 4 is a 19. Does a 19?
Negative.
19 ching clanks off of some sort of metal piece of armor that you have, and goes astray. Then with his other hand, he tries to reach out and grab the flesh of your face.
Mm.
And he's even worse at that.
Ah.
That basically just flails at you and you push his hand out of the way. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is going to take 2 longsword strikes at you. And both of them miss. It's basically a 15 and a 16. So both of them miss. Clang, clang. Do you have any cool ranger abilities that gets to strike back at them? I'm just curious.
No.
I was just wondering. I was just wondering just in case because there's a lot of misses. All right. So the two undead dwarves are basically a waste of their own time. But then there's 3 more of them that rush and basically knock them over, push them out of the way in order to try to attack. 2 of them are going to go after Sirach, and one's going to go after Harry. Let me do Harry first. 17 plus 4 is 21. That is a strike on Harry. So let's see, what's the longsword damage plus? Where is it? 8-sider plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7 points of slashing damage to Harry. Okay, not a big deal. Harry does not look, 7 points doesn't look like it does much to Harry. He's gotten a lot tougher over the past few months.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. And the other strike is a miss. But now the other 2 go after. Longsword strike, first 7 is a miss to Sirach. Next one is 4 is a miss. And then that last and final one of these undead dwarves is going to do longsword strike and then try to touch you on an exposed piece of your skin.
No touchy.
19 plus 4 is 23. Is it 23 hit you with the sword?
It does.
Okay, so then what he does is finally one of them finds purchase with the strike, but does only 3 points of slashing damage to you, Sirach. 3 points. And this now, since you were distracted by the fact that he actually did get 1 solid strike on you, he tries to grab you, but again, I rolled a 3 plus 4 is a 7. What he does is he grabs you, but he's looking for some sort of open exposed skin to touch, and he keeps grabbing you on parts where there's leather and equipment, and he can't quite get his grip on you, so it has no effect. So the undead creatures are finished at number 20. Number 19.
I don't like this grabbing shit.
Yeah, they're trying to grab you in order to do something bizarre to you. I wonder what it is. So anyway,
I thought it could be.
so remember when I said, Baka, that there was a female and a male in the background that were advancing? Okay, so the female jumps up to the ceiling and jumps and grabs onto the ceiling as if she's Spider-Man or Spider-Woman, that is, and starts spider crawling on the ceiling and drops down, uses her movement to drop down at the doorway in order to slash at Sirach.
Chris, have you ever seen the movie Legion?
Yes, I have the grandma,
With
right?
The grandmother, yeah,
Absolutely.
That shit was
that's exactly
creepy as hell.
That's exactly what I'm imagining. Let's see, spider climb, claws, multi-attack, 2 claws, one of which can be a bite attack. We'll do 2 claws on the when the female slashes at you with 2 claws. Let's do that.
Sorry, Sirach, I did not mean for you to take that much attacks.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
The first one is a miss, first
Good.
claw, but the second one is a hit. So 16, I think it's a hit. 16 plus 7, no, 16 plus 6 is a 22. Is that a hit for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a hit.
So let's see. Her claw is, instead of dealing damage, the vampire can grapple the target.
Shit.
Escape DC 13. Okay. You know what? Yeah. She's not going to try to slash at you. She's basically going to literally jump you, wrap her legs around you, and grapple you. You have this woman basically trying to bite you with her teeth. And you're basically doing everything you can to just keep her teeth away from your neck and your face. As you're spinning around in circles, she's got her legs wrapped around you like she's trying to hump you in the air. So, so basically, Rock is dealing with that. Now, next, after that, now here's where it gets interesting. Remember I said that there was a male consort in the background? Let's put it this way.
I swear to God, if it comes after me,
I
I will do everything in my power to haunt Baka. Like,
Why?
I told you all about my horrible character that was gonna be mean to Baka. I am ramping that up. Like, I am leveling that up and just making it anti-rogue as we can get. Like,
all right,
like I've already looked up like how to kill a rogue, like 101, and we're gonna do it. It's happening.
Well, Baka backed up. Harry turned around to fight with Daden and cast a spell on him. Pia's in the back. Sirach, you're the only one there. No, you're the guy standing at the gate.
BS. They can crawl on the ceiling. They can walk past me.
You know what?
Fine.
You have a good point. You have a good point. Let me actually make a fair roll.
No. You said it's attacking him.
No, well, let me make it. No, I didn't say that yet.
Baka, shut up.
We're making a joke about it. But that's a good point. The good point, since they can theoretically climb, let me make sure. Can he do spider climb? Yes, he can do spider climb, just like the female.
Grappled.
Yes, but he may look at her and say, she's got him, I'm going to grab somebody else. That's possible.
Naturally.
So he's going to spider climb onto the ceiling just like she did. Without making
And
a perception
stab
check,
Baka in the
there's
throat.
something, there's an energy, there's an evil necrotic energy that radiates from the male, that which like you've never felt before. Even though you've been in caves like this before, there's something about this dude that just sets him apart from the other vampire spawns that you've faced before. And he jumps down on top of,
vampire lord.
if he can crawl up, let me make a random roll. Let's see. I've got one, two, three. No, he wouldn't jump on Chester. That's stupid. 1, 2, 3,
right.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll roll a 4-sider and use my list. Oh, well. Harry. Okay, Harry. Sorry, buddy. Well, you know what? Bottom line is Harry's back was turned, so it would make sense that maybe he would want to take advantage of him. So, now let's see. So he's going to multi-attack. Vampire makes 2 attacks, only one of which can be a bite attack. So let's do an unarmed strike first. He's gonna punch Harry in the back of the head. Let's do that. With some kind of vicious force, as if his hands are like mallets. 9 + 9 is 18. Harry's armor class is a 19, and he basically hits him, but Harry absorbs the blunt of the blow, like you've never seen. Now, something interesting happens. Randomly, the vampire locks eyes with a member of the party. Okay, it's not something like it's like it's sort of like almost like a legendary type attack situation where he just happens to coincidentally lock eyes with someone. So I'm going to do that totally random too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me roll a 6-sider, and if I roll a 6, I'm just going to go again. Ooh, I rolled a 1. Ooh,
Looks back at Sirach and
yeah, well, Sirach, what happened was yeah, absolutely, Sirach on my list was number 1 because I had you 1 at the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he looks at you, Sirach, and you feel something happen to you. Can you make a?
Oh shit!
Can you make a wisdom
Baka,
saving
this is
throw
your
for me,
fault.
Sirach?
if it's not explosive flatulence, I won't
Wisdom
accept
saving
it.
throw. Wisdom saving throw, and
All
let me know
right.
what you get.
Oh, thank God I'm proficient in that shit. Okay. 18 + 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me explain to you what happens to you. He locks eyes with you, and you feel some kind of reverence come over you, like a kind of like almost like a hero worship, like you just saw a celebrity. Like something about this guy's face just basically made you think like that guy is fucking cool. I don't know what it is about him, but he's cool.
He's got a nice style.
But then again,
Bruh, you're
at that
awesome.
last moment, you shake it off and you realize, what the fuck is that? I got this bitch trying to bite my face in, and I'm thinking about how cool this guy is. What the hell's wrong with me? So anyway,
I want to be that cool.
yes, exactly. It's a momentary thought that fleets away. You have no idea what the consequences would have been, but you've succeeded on the saving throw, and you are not charmed by the creature. So his turn is over, and
Oh, I also have advantage against being charmed. Not that it matters.
but I'm glad you said that, so that I'll keep track. That's true. You
Yeah.
have advantage. So if you had failed that roll, you're entitled to another roll. Anyway, so good. I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that. All right,
I
so
have advantage on that shit. too.
Sirach, it is your turn in the combat order. Sirach, you have this female basically trying to bite your face off. What would you like to do? But the sad part of it is that she's grappling you. So you can either attack her at disadvantage, or you can use your strength check to try to break free. It's up to you.
I'm gonna try to do something.
Go for it.
I'm gonna channel lightning into my hands, and I'm gonna grab her and cast Shocking Grasp.
I like it. I absolutely like it. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Because all you have
It's
to do is
technically a
touch-
melee.
It's technically a melee, and you should be at disadvantage. But you know what? I'm gonna homebrew that shit and break that roll because logically, she's literally on top of you with her legs wrapped around you. She's all about exposed skin. There's no reason why you can't just basically grab her. You're on her. Your hands there. You could just fuse her out. It doesn't make sense. So I'll just do a straight hit roll.
Okay.
So I guess it's a strength check, I assume.
It is.
Should be your
Your
Oh, it's just my my spell casting.
oh yes. Go
Yeah.
for it.
So
You channel electricity through your hands, flowing through your fingertips.
So it's a 21 to hit, and then the damage
You shock the shit out of her. How much damage?
is going to be a total of 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Ah, my pity. When we have you as a member of our spawn, we will have a menage a trois with you. Ah!
Shut up, your goddamn
You will
hawk.
drink my blood, you half elf. So you damage her, but as you can see, you just kind of spiced her up a little bit. She's obviously into it.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you would like to do, or that you can do?
Since I already made an attack, can I use my second attack to just try to ungrapple?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Because you get two attacks in an action, right?
Yes.
You
Does he get
cast
advantage?
this.
He shocked her.
Say again.
Does he get advantage because he shocked her?
Advantage because he shocked her.
Well, it
no.
turned her on, so.
No, it didn't do
Yeah,
that
she
much
just got
damage to her.
excited.
She just got excited. She still grappled onto him. I would say just a straight roll. Straight
Okay.
strength check in order
I
to try to
tried.
break free.
Straight strength is going to be a 14.
A 14. Let's see if a 14 breaks you out. Let's see. Multi-attack. The DC is 13. You break free.
Ooh.
So you basically you grab her by her hair and pull her off and throw her, and she goes goes flying off. She's not terribly strong, and she ends up skittering off the side of the wall. The funny thing is you know how you'd like throw somebody and they like a dog will kind of like try to catch purchase on the ground with his claws. With her claws on her fingers, she hits the wall, and it's if her weight spider climbs onto the wall. She skitters on the side of the wall and starts to try to come after you, climbing on the wall. It's pretty freaky. It's as if gravity turned sideways and she's coming at you on the side. So
Okay.
Nice.
so your turn is over. You do
Well,
have movement.
I was just saying, can I use movement?
Yes.
So with movement, I am getting 40 feet out of there, back to where Baku's hanging out.
Well, the only problem is that one of the two whites are actually within.
I will
attack.
not take. I have mobile. I will not take any opportunity of attack because I did a melee attack.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
Ooh.
you
No, it's only on,
disengage.
no. I'm not trying to hurt your chances, but I think it's only on the ones you attacked.
No, it just says as long as you after a melee attack, any creature does not provoke opportunity of attack
Baka, what are you trying to get
Fine.
him killed?
on movement.
Okay, go
Try
for it.
listen, he's trying to
Whose
get it
side
right.
are you on, man?
Whose side are you on, man?
I'm trying to use him as a meat shield. If he backs off, then I'm fucked.
It says after you make a like. I don't think it says.
Well,
maybe it
listen,
does,
we
I don't
will.
know.
It's not a big deal. Let's just rock it this way.
Okay.
And then during the week, we'll investigate it a little further. And if worse comes to worse, going forward, we'll change it. As of right
Yeah.
now, it seems it's cool to me that you should be able to disengage with this mobile.
So then,
you-
yes, I will disengage 40 feet, and then my bonus action is going to be casting lightning arrow.
Okay, bonus action. Can you-
Actually,
wait.
didn't you use your bonus action already?
Well, I was gonna say.
Wait, no, I was kidding.
No, I know you're kidding, but hold on a second.
Oh.
I just want
I
to make
didn't.
sure.
I used 2 attack actions. And
Yes,
then
no, I just want to
Oh,
make sure. I just want to make sure the this lightning arrow, is it specifically a bonus action?
It's specifically a bonus action.
Cool.
yep.
Okay, then
Because
that's no
next projectile I fire will be a lightning.
Thumbs up,
Yep.
perfect. Okay, so you're preparing your next arrow to burst into lightning as a lightning bolt. Perfect. So your turn is now over. You are in the middle of the scrum, no longer at the door. And after Sirach is Pia. Pia, you're behind everybody. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go hang out with Baka. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Bach is actually in front of you.
Yeah. I'm going
They're
to.
making a joke because they think I'm a little coward.
I'm gonna mosey.
But I'm a
my way up to
rogue.
the front, and
That's just another name for a coward.
if I make my way up to the front, like
I will shank the fuck out of you.
more or less like where Sirach is right now, or did he run back?
Where Sirach was. Sirach basically disengaged and ran kind of like closer to you, actually.
Okay, so
The
where's
person who's actually the closest person to the gate is Harry. Theoden, it's basically Harry, Theoden, Sirach and Baka, and then you.
All
And
right,
then the other vampires are kind of like in the middle of the scrum.
all right, let me get up next to Harry.
Okay, so you slide up next to Harry. Go for
Yep.
it. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go for the female that was just harassing
Sirach,
Rock.
not a problem.
Okay. And
What are
I'm
you gonna do?
going to use a ray of frost.
Ray of frost, icicles burst forth from your blue fingertips.
I'm kind of afraid that Eldritch Blast won't work against these undead. Yeah.
Go for it. So you turn into Iceman from the X-Men universe. Let me get a hit roll.
All right, hit roll, and we got a 18.
18 is a hit on the female vampire.
All right, so let me just get the 8, 11. All right, so that's 3d8.
3d8 on the Ray of Frost.
So
Outstanding.
Let me just get my shit together here. All right, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
And I'm also going to, I'm going to waste this now, which is probably not a good move, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hurl through hell.
Hurl through hell. Once a day, an invocation given to him by Baylor. As the particles of ice, it almost looks like he took an ice tray out of the freezer and swung the ice tray at her and hit her with a bunch of pieces of ice from his freezer, which didn't look like it did anything other than to piss her off. But somehow some sort of like dark red portal opens up at her feet and she falls through it as if someone pulled a rug out from under her feet, and she disappears from this plane of existence to who knows where. She is gone. Nobody knows where she is.
And at the start of my next turn,
it is a big surprise to the male vampire, who looks at the tiefling and goes, "What have you done to my concubine?"
I'm ignoring him.
Yeah. So, and what else? Is there anything else you'd like to do, Pia?
At the start of my next turn, that's 10d10 psychic damage.
Yes. Just when the next turn comes, she'll pop back up, and you'll remind me that.
So then,
does she get a saving throw of any kind?
I don't think so.
Wow, she doesn't get a saving throw. That's pretty awesome. That's a lethal spell.
I'll let me confirm that really quick.
Just while you confirm that, it's next turn
before
anyway.
we start butchering all the rules.
Yeah.
No. Well, listen. I mean, maybe she gets a roll to try to resist it or something. I'm just checking. Maybe she gets a roll to like see if she may think that it's like a barbecue in Washington Heights or something. Like, this place is cool. She may not. She'll be like, I like this place. So she may.
Yeah, really.
She'd be like, hell for her is like, hey, this is like every Tuesday night for me, baby. You don't know.
Bring it on, Satan. Bring it on.
That's basically all I got anyway.
That's okay. Well, anyway, your turn is over. Yep. After PR is Theoden and Chester, if you would like to attack with Chester.
I would love to attack with Chester. So I'm gonna...
What is Chester doing? Chester's the closest enemy to Chester is the male vampire. Although because Chester is a small animal, he could scoot through people's legs in and around people and get all the way inside the room if he wanted to. In the room, there are 5 undead dwarves. 2 of them are at the door. 3 of them are trying to crawl over those 2. And the female is kind of like right in the middle. No, the female is gone. You don't know where the female went.
Can I get up to the male as Theoden?
Yes, you can. Hold that thought. What were you about to say, Pia?
It says if the target, there's no skill save DC or any roll or anything. It just says if the target is not a fiend, it takes 10d10 psychic damage as it reels.
Wow, it's not a fiend. It's an undead creature. So you know what? She is going to suffer the consequences of hurl through hell. Absolutely.
Yep, and it's at the end of my next turn, not the start.
Gotcha. So we'll just
she, not he, right?
She. He took the female and cast her into the depths of hell.
Ruins my plans. Okay.
Sorry, but that's what happened, unfortunately. So Theoden, it's you and Chester. What would you like to do?
I'm stepping in front of big man.
Stepping up to the male vampire who just basically called out Pia. He turns and looks at you and stares at you with these eyes that are very inviting. It's very bizarre. You've never felt this way about a man before. It's freaking you out in a good way.
It's freaking me out, so I'm going to go with those feelings and react oppositely and hit him with the hammer.
Go for it. 2-handed or with a shield?
2-handed.
2-handed. Shield on your back, 2-handed. Get that extra damage. Go for it. Swing at that hammer. Knock his head right off his shoulder. Dirty 20 is enough. Well, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me see his armor class. It is enough for you to smack him right in the forehead with the hammer. 2-handed style. How much damage?
One sec.
Hurry up.
Oh, 18.
I know, my turn was so quick.
And I'm going to use my second attack.
Using channel divinity in order as a war priest to attack with bonus action. Go for it. Swing again.
23.
23, very nice. 23. So we're down to, okay, cool. Okay, now I want to just give you a quick description.
Right.
So you're basically this dude with a sledgehammer, right?
Yeah.
I want you to imagine you, Matt, you got somebody in the head with a sledgehammer, bang, you hit him in the head again, bang. Guy goes like this, boom, boom. Looks right at you, sends a little shiver down your spine a little bit. You're like, I just hit this guy in the head with a fucking sledgehammer and he growled at me. What the fuck? You know, so anyway, that's where you're at right now. What does Chester do? Chester's got a little bit of mobility on his side because he's small.
Chester's going to run behind him and bite him in the ass.
Roll 2 attacks, 2 bite attacks for Chester. +5 to hit.
One is a 13.
13 is a miss.
And a 25.
13. First one, he basically bites onto a piece of leather strapping, takes it, releases his bite, and grabs onto his Achilles heel and his ankle. Like every pit bull everywhere. He's shaking of the bottom of his body, he's shaking left and right. He's this gray muscular pit bull. Roll for damage. I think it's what is it, like D8?
D8 plus 2.
D8 plus 2. Go for it.
Oh my god.
Butterfingers.
Got to get a dice tray, man.
I have one. I missed it.
I missed the dice tray.
5 plus 2 is 7.
7. Okay, so basically, it bites into his ankle. He goes and he kicks at the dog, and the dog releases his things and comes at him again. So as time freezes, there, interesting thing happens very quickly, just for the purposes of the narrative. I remember that Baka addressed his lion cub Ari, and Ari was excited about possibly getting involved in the scrum. Sirach, you notice in your situation after throwing the female off of you and her disappearing because Pia did something to her, that all of a sudden you notice at your leg, you hear a growling Alistair. And he looks up at you and goes, Can I fight?
Yes.
Oh,
he says yes without hesitation. Do you know the stats?
Get in there, boy.
You know the stats that I gave you?
Yep.
Use them.
Okay.
Okay. So on your turn, starting this round, you can choose to attack with Alistair if you so desire. Okay? All right, so top of the combat round, Baka, you are in the middle of the scrum. The closest one to you, I think, is the male vampire. But if you wanted to, you could theoretically attack some of the undead in the hallway too. It's up to you.
Can I stealth?
You can absolutely. Well, no, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Or
Can I just take a nap?
No. Stealth is going to be hard because
Go home.
Stealth is going to be hard.
There's a lot of. I'm trying to stealth from the male vampire who's literally surrounded by a bunch of people.
It's tough because usually stealth implies that there's something, an inanimate object of some kind that you can kind of like hide behind or something. You're in the middle of like this chaotic. It's a narrow.
You hit someone behind the curtains with this shoe sticking out.
But that was a curtain. He basically what he did when you guys took
just hide behind Theoden.
In that situation,
if you're a halfling, you could.
Yeah.
Well, gnomes are smaller than halflings, so by that argument, then maybe he could.
Are they?
Well, it's a racial.
I'll tell you what. Because everyone is a moving object, and you would have to.
Can I just flank the guy?
Oh, you know what? I like that idea. I was gonna say, if you flank him, then we give you advantage. If he gives you advantage, then the hit would be like a surprise attack, sort of. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Give me a roll with advantage because you're flanking the enemy that Theoden is attacking. Go for it. Just roll with advantage.
I'm gonna use precision.
Precision, one of your superiority dice, because some of your rogue levels are actually fighter levels.
All right. The historian, it's a total of dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a hit with the historian sword. Don't forget your bonus damage because he is an undead creature.
Okay. So that's 12, 18 plus
Dun, dun, dun,
36 damage.
Dun, 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 dun.
How much?
36 damage.
36. Nice. You slash him basically across his back where a piece of his neck is exposed. He's wearing one of these blousy white, like Victorian age shirts with the poofy wrist, poofy sleeves. And you cut him right across the back of his neck, and blood, dark black blood squirts out and splashes you in the face. Ah, get the shit out of my eye. Okay, what's next?
Dirty 20 with the rapier.
Dirty 20 with the rapier. With one eye closed, you slash with the rapier. Dirty 20 hits.
It's only going to be 11 damage.
11 damage, but still every little bit counts. You cut him, you stab him in the back. It doesn't seem to penetrate very deeply. And
26 with the Astorian.
Astorian again, because you have multi-attack, because you are a fighter, 5 levels. So give me the attack with the Astorian.
It's 18.
18. Very nice. Very nice. You've done significant damage to him, but this guy is a tough mamba jumbo.
I can tell.
Yeah, he's no joke. This guy. He radiates power. He radiates like a feral energy that you guys have not encountered before up close up range. So, and what else would you like to do? I guess you still have theoretically a bonus action. You could disengage if you wanted to, and suffer the wrath of your teammates.
Really, I'm more worried about them than I am the boss.
What'd you like to
Just
do?
say I have an AOE ability coming soon.
I'm gonna.
I got a couple
I'm
big
gonna.
ones I could use.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna have Ari attack now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Ari, attack.
Use your
Point,
stats.
I'm gonna point at the male.
The male vampire.
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
Question. Is Alistair within 5 feet?
Alistair is not within 5 feet. No pack tactics. Sorry.
Damn it. Okay. Anyways, he got
Well,
a dirty 20.
Depends on how you want to rule it, because
Tell me.
technically Theoden would be within 5 feet, wouldn't he?
Ah.
Because
Yes.
Theoden would be
Yes.
a friendly...
Yes. You have a good point. I'm glad that you brought that up, Sirach. The pack, the 2 lion cubs would consider you guys as members of their pack. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Pack tactics are allowed for the 2 lion cubs, so long as it's within 5 feet of either Theoden or even you, Baka. So yeah,
Question: is they get 1 or 2 attacks?
2 attacks.
2 attacks. I'm gonna say bite and claw.
Biting claw.
No, he's got a. Oh,
Do me a favor. I need you, specifically you with Ari, because he's not quite mature yet. I need you to make an animal handling check.
Sure.
Guidance.
You're too busy. Can't do a
Okay.
guidance in the middle of a crazy
It's
combat.
okay. I got a 18.
You just sent somebody to hell. What is it?
18.
18 with
Worth
an
a shot.
18. He looks so excited with the big, cute, adorable eyes, and just jumps and slashes and bites. Make the rolls.
Right. So it was a dirty 20 for the bite,
Dirty 20 for the bite is a hit.
which is D8 plus 3. 1 plus 3.
Hey,
4
listen,
damage.
It happens. No big deal. It's still damage.
And then his claw, and he's got a 22 to hit with claw.
That is absolutely a hit. It shows a serious amount of ferocity.
And he's got a 5 damage with the claws.
5 damage to claws. Okay, he's pretty beaten up at this point. He's getting attacked left and right. The worst decision for him was to climb and jump in the middle of everybody because he's getting hammered from all sides. Okay, so your turn is over. Now it's Harry's turn. What will Harry do? Harry is going to give me 1 second.
Piss himself.
Well, no, he doesn't do that anymore. He's
Yeah,
not.
I know.
He's gained a little bit of courage. Let's see.
Finally went through puberty.
Let's do a spell.
Balls dropped.
What would he like to do?
Well, the hair's coming in. I don't know if his balls dropped yet.
Okay, let's see. I want him to cast. Oh, he'll hold off on that one. You know what? Let's just keep it simple. He's going to cast Bless. He's going to ask the Platinum Dragon to bless 3 of you. He's going to ask the Platinum Dragon. He saw that Sirach got manhandled or woman-handled, depending on your point of view. So you have Bless, Sirach. Theoden has Bless, and he's going to give Bless. He just, at the corner of his eye, noticed that Ari was biting for the first time, and he casts Bless on Ari.
That's
So-
added armor.
No, what it is that you get an extra D4 to your attack rolls
Okay.
and your saving throws. Attack rolls and saving throws get an extra D4. So Sirach, Theoden, and Ari. Okay, so his turn is over. He's gonna stay right where he is and just basically prepare for whatever comes his way. And next up, after Harry, is the 5 undead, which are now basically going to get their attacks. Let's see. So it's, let's see, 1 on Harry, 2 on Theoden, 1 on Sirach, 1 on Pia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Let's do it that way.
Nobody on me.
No. I just went through the list of the
Save the male vampire for me, anyways.
I see. Well, I mean, it's well, we'll see. You're faced off against the male vampire. Maybe he's in the way of the on-charging undead dwarves. So let's say,
Chris, I need you to attack me. If you don't attack me, the group's gonna take it personally.
Maybe he's not 100% wrong.
Maybe I do it on purpose. No, I'm just joking. I'm totally joking. We are a family at this point. This is a brotherhood of soldiers.
A broken family.
Well, broken family, but a family nonetheless. Years from now, you'll remember this and remember this as the adventure of your lifetimes.
Yes.
So anyway.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! If you succeed, if you fail, it will be forgotten into the annals of history. Anyway, so let's just. I'm going down the list, not in order of preference, but Sirach is first. Sirach is first. I think both of them miss. The highest I rolled was a 16.
Yeah, they miss.
So both of them swipe, misses you. I'll go for Harry now. Harry is going to, oh my God. I think 12 plus 4 is 16. I rolled a 12, a 16, and a natural 1. So both of those side swipes miss. I'm not doing so well at all with these guys. 2 of them attack Theoden.
Good.
So Theoden, each one of them is going to try to hit you with a hand axe, and with the other hand try to grab some open exposed piece of skin, either on your wrist or your face or your neck or somewhere where they can see exposed skin. So here we go. Let's go. The white one will be the skin. Oh, the white one is a 17 plus 4 is 21. Your armor class with no shield is what?
19.
19. So you do a really good job with your sword, ching, blocking the thing, but your arms are like this.
Hammer.
With your hammer, ting, a sword and a hammer, and his other hand reaches forward and grabs the skin of your face. And he almost sticks his finger in your mouth. God damn it, that's disgusting. Rotted skin and stuff. Disgusting. So I need you to
fish hook you.
Yes. Let's see. D6. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, my friend.
Okay. And
Constitution saving throw. That is one of your strong suits. So hopefully you roll high.
Dwarven Constitution.
No, charisma is.
Oh, charisma. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back.
Fuck.
So charismatic, you.
6.
6. You rolled a 6. Okay, so you failed your Constitution saving throw. You feel a sickness come over you. You feel it in the pit.
Wait, do I get the plus what from Bless?
You do get a D4. Add a D4 to your 6. You never know.
Yes, 6. Even though you're good at Constitution.
Yeah, wait a minute. Something's a little off about that.
No, I'm not good. I'm good at charisma.
No, you're not.
I don't think. Well, hold on a second. You're not a paladin.
No, you were bad at intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Dwarven Constitution. You should have good Constitution.
So what is your Constitution?
16.
So your 16 would give you a plus 3.
Plus 3.
Is Constitution one of? Is Constitution?
I rolled a 3. Yeah.
Oh, you rolled a 3 plus 3 is a 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That sucks. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't have Constitution as a proficiency?
Nah.
He's a cleric. I guess it's not one of his. What is your proficiency?
Wisdom and charisma.
Wisdom and charisma. Oh, okay. Well, listen. It is what it is. So you rolled a 6 plus that 4-sider. How much?
4, so 10.
10. Okay. Unfortunately,
Still
even with the 10, you feel annoying sensation in the pit of your something, as if something was taken from you. But it's it's an intangible that you can't quite put your finger on. But in any event, it did 7 points of necrotic damage. What I'd like you to do is take 7 points, but I want you to keep track of that 7. Mark down 7 somewhere, because it's gonna have lasting effects. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Put it down, and I will take note of it, and we'll just remind me to discuss it after the fight. Okay, so that was the first white. Here comes the second one that's coming for you. Silver is the bite, and both of them miss. What
they
does it
were.
doesn't matter. I'm just curious. I'm trying to keep track of the different dice for like the swing and the bite. 13 plus 4 is 17. Does the 17 hit you? No, right? They
No.
didn't. So the second one, basically, you're so pissed off that this thing tried to put its finger in your mouth that it freaks you out, and you basically you head bash the other one as it tries to approach you, and sword goes flying. Sword goes flying. Its hand goes flying. It bounces
fuck
off
'em.
the wall. It's completely discombobulated, and both of its attacks on you fail.
Good.
So let's go with
Stupid bitch.
that was stated. Now Pia wears a cloak of displacement, so I have to roll both of my attacks at disadvantage. So I rolled an 8 plus 4 is 12. Does a 12 hit you?
Nope.
Nope. That was with the sword, and here's with the touching of the hand. 6 plus 4 is a 10. He tries. Okay, each time that he tries to strike you, your body seems to like phase in and out of reality. It was to where he thinks he's touching you, and you're a few inches this way and a few inches that way, and he misses with both sword strike and grab. So that's done. Those guys are done. Now it is time for the female vampire. Who knows what's happening to her? She's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Next up is the male vampire, who before he decides to strike, he wants to take another look. This time, he locks eyes with the gnome rogue, Baka. Baka, you sense something about this creature that is very warm and inviting and pleasant. Something about him makes you feel like you shouldn't be fighting him. Make a wisdom
Kiss
saving.
him right on the lips.
All
Wisdom
right,
saving.
well, I just want to state for the fact that I have gnomes cutting, so I get advantage on saving throws that are magical.
Yes, you do. So you get
Charmed
advantage on this.
yada, yada,
Yes,
yada.
yes, you do.
Yep.
So make a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
I don't even need it. Natural
You
20.
You still make out with him.
Okay.
Yeah,
do
you
it
still
anyway.
make out with him.
You
Do
feel
it.
this,
Do it anyway.
Okay,
feel
I'll
this-
lean in a little bit. He's got to meet me the other 90%.
and surprisingly enough, he doesn't.
Oh, he-
you really feel
oh.
He
offended.
doesn't. Wow.
Lucky.
You should feel
Wow.
offended. You feel, that's really messed up.
All right,
You
let's
took a
fuck him
chance.
up.
You took
Yeah,
a chance.
right.
I think this guy deserves to die. So anyway,
Cold
I just
feet.
You
watched
felt-
pitch,
you felt-
90%.
you felt some
Yeah,
sort of
10%.
charm coming over you that unfortunately, unfortunately, because it could have been a great kiss, you don't know, but unfortunately because you seem to overcome the pull of the vampiric gaze. He gets frustrated, and basically, what does he do to you because he's frustrated? He
What does he
does.
do to me?
Let's see,
Bitch
multi
slaps
attack,
you.
2 attacks, one of which can be a bite attack. Okay. Okay, yeah, you know what? That's cool. I like that. That's cool.
I don't like that.
All right, let's go an unarmed strike. No, you don't have to do an unarmed strike. Nah. Yeah, you know what? 1 unarmed strike and 1 bite. Let's try it that way. Okay. Very, very low on the unarmed strike. I rolled literally a 12. 12 does not hit you, does it?
I would like to use riposte.
Absolutely. Riposte. You're using your second of the superiority dice. I think you have 4 total.
Yes.
So number 2
Correct.
allows you to respond with an attack, almost like a reaction. How much damage do you
It's
do
a
to him?
25 to hit.
25 to hit. It certainly does hit him. You back out of the way as he
And-
tries to grab you, and you slash at him.
That's good damage.
Do me a favor.
11,
Do me a favor.
18.
I want to do something.
Why am I about to kill him without?
No, I'm trying to figure out if the randomness of where he is on the battlefield, whether you use your left hand or your right hand. So do me a favor, pick roll a d6, just really quickly.
5.
5. You swung at him with your rapier, not with the Astorian sword. It was one of those deals where he was on that side of your body, and it was easier to just lash out at him with it. So you do the damage with the rapier and not the Astorian sword. Sorry.
Yeah, shit happens, Baka.
You tell that to me after I roll, of course.
Sorry. Well, if you want to remove the extra dice that has to do with the undead damage, you just use the other ones, or you can re-roll. It's up to you.
Well, it's a D8. Damn it, I dropped my dice. 14 damage.
14 damage. Oh, he's messed up at this point. He is in bad shape.
Yeah, it's about time.
He's been hacked and slashed left and right. Now that was your reaction, your riposte, however it's pronounced. But he still has another attack against you, which is a bite. So he's going to try and bite you. 14 plus 9 is a 23. Is that a hit?
Unfortunately.
Okay, so let me see what this bite does. Let's see. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I cannot do a bite. I have to do an unarmed strike because according to this, it's a creature that is grappled or willing, or a creature that is incapacitated or restrained. So he would only bite you if after he grabs you. So it has to be an unarmed strike. So you know what I'll do? I'll do the unarmed strike, which is actually easier on you. D8 plus 4. D8 plus 4. Nah, maybe he'll try to grab you. Yeah, you know what? You are grappled. He grabs you by your mohawk, lifts you up off the ground. Your legs are dangling. You're swinging your sword. You can't reach him. It's emasculating. It's just really emasculating.
I mean, he gave me mixed signals. He leaned, he didn't want to go in for the kiss, but now he's hugging me. What the hell's going on?
It's very strange. It's very strange. He grabs you by your mohawk.
That's how vampires do.
Looks like he's pulling you in for the kiss. It's very strange, but he has you grappled.
You are
now. He regretted his decision.
You are now grappled. Yes, exactly. He's decided to pull you in. He says, "I'm sorry. Please come to me." Okay, so now after that,
I was scared.
It is Sirach, and Alistair.
All right.
Could you do me a favor? Could you make an animal handling check for Alistair?
Sure.
Let me know what you get.
Animal handling will be a 19.
19 is a success. He will follow your commands to the letter.
All right. So pretty much everybody's on that male vampire, right?
This is true. It's a crowded house.
It's a pretty crowded house. Okay. What's the distribution of the rest of the dwarves?
The rest of the dwarves is that there's 5 undead dwarves. There's honestly they're 3 across. And 2 of them are climbing over the back of the other 3, and they're basically right next to Harry and Theoden. Basically, Harry and Theoden are kind of holding the line of the 5 of them coming forward. And then on the other side of that is the male vampire. And then behind that is Baka, you, and Pia. So it's a big mess of bodies in this now.
Got it. Okay. So first I will have Alistair go attack one of the frontline dwarves.
He's small enough at this point that he can weave his way between and through legs and bodies to make his way over to the dwarves. Go for it.
Okay. So can it be one of the ones that's near Harry or
sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. So I will roll with advantage.
Advantage pack tactics. Absolutely.
Pack tactics. So that will be for the bite, it will be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a hit. Because it's a homebrewed battle creature, I've allowed it to have 2 attacks around. Just like so don't forget your second attack.
So bite will be 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Gnawing on it like it's a bone. Go for it.
And then I will try to give a claw, which will actually be a nat 20.
Nice. Double those dice. Double the whole thing. Homebrew style.
Double that shit.
6.
This is on who?
This is on one of the undead dwarves that are basically trying to make their way into the hallway, climbing over each other.
All right.
The lion cub basically just is biting and clawing at one of them.
Okay, that will be 22 points of damage.
Whoa, nice.
Ooh.
Vicious.
Damn.
Okay, so basically what you see is that this lion cub, who is half the size of a full-grown lion at this point, you do kind of look at it, Sirach, and say to yourself, they don't look quite big enough. I might be taking an unnecessary risk here because they're not full-grown lions yet. It makes you a little nervous, almost like a mama bird that doesn't want to kick the baby bird out of the nest.
Sure.
But literally, after the biting the ankle, the cute little bite of the ankle, Alistair jumps like 5 feet up in the air and slashes it across the face. Like, you're like, whoa, where did that come from? So yeah, it was, Alistair's doing a pretty good job. The training that you did with it at camp, basically, must have paid off. So
Okay.
what would Sirach like to do with this?
So Sirach will fire an arrow at one of the dwarves in the back line, the
Done.
ones that's trying to climb up.
Absolutely.
So that will be a.
And there are 2 of them side by side in case you need.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a
We'll get into that in a second.
It's gonna get kind of weird.
That's
with
okay.
This.
okay.
You're gonna
Let's
need
kill
to
these
tell me
fuckers.
what you want. So the first arrow aimed at that one will be a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. 16 for one of them is a hit.
Okay.
16 is a hit.
So then that will do for him. 48. That will be a total of 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. Nice strike.
And then,
what are we using? The bow and arrow?
so bow and arrow.
With the
it's
arrow
gonna
that
be
you charged
it's gonna be
up?
it's gonna be the lightning arrow.
Lightning arrow. That you
so,
bonus
yeah.
action the previous round. Got it.
Yes. So the hit is going to be the 48, which is the 19. But anything within 10 feet of that will take 2d8 of damage.
Okay, literally what I want is I want the one right next to him to get 2d8 and the one right in front of him to get 2d8. Okay. So basically, let me know what the damage is for those 2d8s.
That will be 9 points of damage for those two.
Gotcha. So those two get hit with 9 points. So you've damaged with one lightning arrow that you prepared in the previous round. You've damaged 3 of them with one arrow. So and you see basically, obviously, the coursing electricity, blue lightning coursing through their bones and their dilapidated armor. So is there anything else that you would like to do, or is your turn over?
No, there's a couple other things.
Good.
So with my ability volley, I am allowed to attack anything within 10 feet of the past thing I just fired at.
Sure.
So I can now
Absolutely.
fire at.
So you can fire at either one of those. Like, remember the first one you shot?
Mm-hmm.
Can't hit him, but the other two that got hit with 9 points of damage each, you can hit one of those if you want.
I can hit both of them technically.
Hit them both.
If they're within 10 feet of that first target.
They both are. Hit them both.
So
he's like Legolas.
So first attack roll will be an 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
And that will be a total of 9 damage.
9 damage. Outstanding.
Second one will be a 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
With 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Excellent.
And then
you have something else.
Oh no. It gets complicated.
Hey, listen, man, if it works.
So lightning arrow is my first attack with the splash damage. Then volley allowed me to attack those two again. Then horde breaker, I'll focus on the one that I first attacked. So
horde breaker is not specifically a melee thing. It's also with ranged weapons as well.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Anything that I attack within 5 feet. So it's only one of them gets targeted this time.
So the horde breaker goes for the very first one that you shot with the original arrow.
No, it'll go for the one in front of it.
Gotcha. Got it. Okay.
Because that's 5 feet away.
No problem. Got it.
So
horde breaker, you're going to shoot again.
Yes.
So arrows flying left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
So that's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 is a hit.
That one will be 7 points of damage.
7 points.
And then finally, I will attack that last one, or the first one that I attacked with my last regular arrow fire. And that will actually... That'll be a 16 to
16
hit.
Does hit. 16 hits. Their armor class is 14.
All right, guys. I guess Sirach doesn't need us.
And 8 points of damage for that one. I can attack a lot, but I don't do a lot of damage.
It's like
unless I got that lightning arrow.
He's nickeling and diming them to death. He's like, their arrows literally. Okay, so check it out. In the span of a few seconds, all of a sudden, Pia turns around and looks at the undead warriors, the undead dwarves, and there's like 6 or 7 arrows sticking out of each one of them. It's like, what the hell? Where did those arrows come from? So, all right. So, Sirach's turn is over. Pia, what would you like to do? Pia,
Are you sure it's over? He doesn't
Yes,
have another.
I'm sure.
sure?
That is the maximum amount of attacks I can ever take.
How many was it?
It's a lot of attacks. I don't even think that you should count them up.
Well, do you count? Do you count splash damage? Because
No.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8.
If we could have some viewers comment in the comments down below about how broken you think Sirach is, we would love to hear from you. But anyway, in any case, we love it. The more damage, the better.
He's only broken in horde style though.
Yeah, if
Baka.
everyone's split up, I'm not that
Baka's
great.
all jealous now. Sorry, Baka.
Baka's broken as well. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
did more damage in my 3 attacks than I did.
Yes,
than he
Baka,
did.
Baka does more damage. I just get to
check it
attack
out.
more.
I'm about to do more than all of you.
in
This-
Dungeons and
Probably.
Dragons 5e, at level 14, everything is broken. So it doesn't really matter. You're supposed to be approaching godlike level anyway. So
Yeah, we're
anyway,
getting there.
Pia, it is your turn. Would you like the vampire spawn to return now or later? I'm just
It says at the end of my turn, so
well, then you know what? Why don't you make your action first? What are you going to do this turn?
so I guess
The
So
reason
how
why they wanted her to come back at the end of the turn is because they don't want her to show up and then you attack her with this attack. That's why they want it to be at the end.
Yeah, that's pretty broken.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm gonna go after the ones that Sirach was just kind of like pelting with.
Sure.
everything.
Sure.
I'm just gonna use some Eldritch Blasts.
Eldritch Blast, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. So he's allowed in one turn to fire 3 Eldritch Blasts, which in my game looks like almost like liquid vomit, like grayish green, sometimes hinted with purple, sometimes with maggots crawling in and out of it, like a fire hydrant blast of energy that looks almost liquidic. Goes shooting across and over and around at
I like
the
that word.
undead. It's probably totally a not word. I don't think liquidic is a word, but it sounds cool. But anyway,
Yeah, so I'm gonna just fire all 3 at one, I think.
all 3 at one to try to get it out of the. Okay, no problem. The closest one to you guys.
The closest one to me.
Got
Yeah.
you. Go for it.
All right, so the first one I roll. That was definitely a miss.
What did you roll? You never know.
Hang on. Let me double check. I rolled a 13.
No, 13 is not enough. Just missed it.
All right.
Splashes against the wall. Maggots start sliding down the wall.
16.
16 does hit with the second
right.
Eldritch Blast.
All right, and then the third one, I rolled an 18.
So 2 out of the 3 Eldritch Blasts hit.
All right, that's good enough. So
What is the
first
damage?
One, the damage of the first one is going to be 11,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one is going to be 14.
14. Okay. Make a perception check really quickly.
Okay, and that is a 12.
A 12. You don't really notice anything. You know that you did damage. You know that you did damage, and that's all you really know. You're excited because the Eldritch Blast, you weren't sure if they were going to have an effect, but they did. So you're happy about that.
They probably took half damage.
So what is you did the 3 Eldritch Blasts. Is there anything else that you can do as a bonus action or? Oh, wait a minute. I think we have you have to roll some dice, don't you?
Yeah, I don't really have any other actions I wanted
Cool.
to do, so I can roll the 10d10 for
So the concubine returns to the battlefield in an empty spot behind everyone. All of a sudden, she pops into existence, and she basically looks around you and goes, ah, ah, ah! And she looks like she's bleeding out of her nostrils.
Nice.
How much damage did this psychic journey give her? Her trip through hell.
Hold on.
$10d10, he said.
60 even.
60 even.
60.
Okay, she is bleeding out of her ears. She's bleeding out of her eyes. She's bleeding out of her nose. She's on her knees. She looks like she's psychically broken, but she is not deceased. Well, considering she's a member of the deceased, that's a weird thing to say. But the point is, she's still a threat. She's still a threat.
Okay.
Sorry. So, but she's a mess. You basically you tortured this if you could, and who knew you could torture a vampire? I mean, hey, you thought they'd seen it all. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Good, it would be a warlock, I guess.
yeah, I guess it's true. It's true. So after Sirach, it's Pia, and after Pia, it's Theoden and Chester. So Theoden and Chester, which one of you would like to go first?
Theoden.
Theoden, you're faced off against the male vampire who's looking at you lovingly, thinking that he would like to try to turn you next.
I'm just gonna go for it.
With the hammer, two-handed?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
27.
27 is a hit. You struck him.
Nice.
Boing!
But yeah,
Like the Gong Show.
And could I do my spiritual weapon or
As your bonus action, you absolutely can. But before you do spiritual weapon, let's roll for damage on that first strike.
Yeah. 15.
15. You basically almost knock him off of his feet. He crashes into the solid wall. You could see the wear and tear starting to have a serious effect on this vampire. As powerful as he is, you guys are more powerful, perhaps. So your spiritual weapon, poof, a spectral weapon appears in the air 15 feet across. In areas where it doesn't need to attack, it floats ethereal through other people's bodies. But the blade of it, what kind of a weapon is this spiritual weapon?
A riding crop.
It's a what?
A riding crop.
What does a riding crop look like? Does it look like a little whip or like a like a hitch or something?
Like a sex toy.
Yeah, like a sex toy.
Oh, okay. Okay, so instead of the blade, it's basically this leather whip. Flat leather like whipping device. Does it have like a little cloth hanging from the end or something?
Yeah,
or is it little poofy
yeah,
thing
a little,
at the bottom, perhaps?
tassel, yeah.
Little poofy tassel.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 10 feet across. It's floating in the air, kind of like, in the air, almost like it's a writing utensil. And
Does
it goes
disadvantage on attacks.
And it basically it circles underneath
like that.
and tries to whip. Who's it attacking?
The guy.
As
Yeah,
it's
he
trying
might
to,
like that.
it's turning around, and it actually goes behind the male vampire and tries to whip him on the bottom.
Yes. Yes.
Strike to hit. See if you hit.
You gotta do it. You gotta say this in a German accent. So I was thinking of Euro Trip.
That's funny.
15 plus 9.
15 plus 9 is a 24. That hits.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Stuck on your toes after.
Ooh, nice. 13.
13 points of damage. Considering what your spiritual weapon looked like, and considering that it was the final strike on this particular enemy, is there any way you would like to describe the killing blow? I'm just curious.
That's pretty cool. I'm honored that I got the killing blow with the riding crop.
Yes, you did.
We need a bleeper for this
Well,
channel.
let's just say that there was a moment where just before the undead creature, his soul departed its form. There was a moment of ecstasy. There's a moment of true.
He smiled.
He just smiled ever so faintly before he moved on to the next plane. So the vampire, the master vampire, is no more. The female spawn is crying in her soup. She's crying red tears of blood. The undead creatures have arrows in them left and right, and have maggots crawling all over them.
And Chester still gets to go.
What would Chester like to do?
Attack the closest dwarf.
Go for it. Let me know what he gets. 2 bite attacks. Arr, arr, arr. Gray, muscular, pit bull type
18
dog
plus
Chester.
and 16 plus.
They are both hits. 18 and 16 hits. They have a 14 armor class. These dwarven undead.
Beautiful. And it's a D8 plus 2.
So he's biting the same one with both bites?
Yeah.
Okay.
15 damage total.
15 damage total. Not quite enough to take one of them out, but it's honestly, it's shaking it to pieces. Like, for instance, the first bite ripped one of its arms literally clear off at the shoulder bone dislocated, and the flesh, which is basically deteriorating, just pulled apart, and its ripped arm right off. It's went like threw it to the side and then leapt on it, and it's on top of him, basically trying to tear its head right off of its neck, but it has not succeeded. The thing is trying to touch it from behind, So his turn is over. Top of the combat round. Baka, what would you like to do?
So Chris, let me see. Let me know if I can do this.
Tell me.
I was thinking a little cinematic here. So
Sure.
me and Ari would work in tandem to attack. Like I'd attack once, Ari attack, and then I attack, and Ari attack, and I attack.
Nice. Absolutely. Just make an animal handling check.
19? Yeah.
19?
Yeah.
With a 19, you guys are like, honestly, like peanut butter and jelly. You guys are like chocolate and peanut butter. You guys are just smooth and
Yeah, chocolate in my peanut butter.
yes,
got
there's peanut butter in my chocolate. There you go. So let's go Baka first. Baka, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna use precision because I definitely didn't roll high enough. Unless
Third out of the fourth.
unless a 15 hits
A 15 does hit.
on the female. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know you were going for the female. I thought you were going for the undead
Oh
dwarves.
no, I'm going for the
The
female.
female, give me 1 second. 15 hits. That's her armor class. Her armor class is 15.
okay.
So what sword did you hit her with?
The historian.
Okay, because the historian is specifically attuned to destroying undead, and she had just taken a trip through hell. Is there any particular way you'd like to describe this killing blow?
Oh, I don't even get to do my cinematic shit.
Well, I'd try the best to modify your cinematic shit because she had 1 hit point left.
So let's just say
Are you serious?
Yeah, you did. You did what? 60 hit points of damage. She had 61.
No way.
Yes, you did
Damn.
60 out of 61 hit points. You
Wow.
basically killed her. She was on her knees wishing she was dead. She had 1 hit point left.
Damn. This whole time I thought she was gonna fuck us up.
I
No.
know.
She was dying.
That's why I did that.
So I have a cinematic thing. Okay.
Go
So
for it.
I go with my historian sword and slice her head off right at the neck. And while her head pops up,
Mhm.
Ari jumps up in the air, grabs the head with his mouth, and then
Yes.
when he lands, he starts shaking it around and flings it into the wall.
Right, piss, man. There's a slump as the wet head with the hair strawberry colored with the gore strikes the wall and with almost like a wet mop, and it slides to the ground, and you see this look of severe contentment while the tail of the short tail of the lion cub Ari is just like wagging back and forth in excitement. Okay, he is having a ball.
Say, great job, Ari.
Oh, thank you, daddy. Thank you, daddy. I love you, daddy. Thank you for letting me fight. So
Now stand down. The rest of it is mine, and I'm gonna head to the undead.
make an animal handling check.
Sure.
Because Ari's excited.
21.
Oh yeah, Ari listens to you with 21. Okay, so you do that guy is done. The female vampire spawn is over. There are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the undead warriors. 1 of them untouched. 4 of them with arrows and eldritch blasts basically tore them to various pieces. So what would you like to do? Would you like to attack the one that hasn't been hit? The one that Chester is biting? The one that
I'm gonna use my wing boots to get over everyone and then attack. Like just fly over their heads and attack like from
from the
right above
inside
their
of the
heads.
room, let's say. Oh, from above their heads. I like it. Okay, no problem. So you're basically floating. The ceiling is 10 feet high. So you're basically almost up on the ceiling swinging at them as you're floating in the air. Go for it.
maybe a little horizontal when I'm attacking.
Oh, I like it. Like you're flying like Superman.
Like Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. You never were growing up. True, I'm never growing up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have.
Nope.
Nope.
So
20.
for 20 hits.
Oh, this is with the rapier. Sorry, it's 28.
Rapier 28. It hits. Roll for damage.
17.
17 damage. Kills the one that Sirach had 3 arrows in it and had maggots crawling over it from the Eldritch Blast. And it falls apart as you strike it and dissect it right in half.
And I'll take the next weakest one.
Next week is
Possible.
one. Absolutely. Go
With
for
the
it.
Historian, and it's a 17.
17 hits. Armor class is 14.
Wow, that was a really bad roll. 13 damage.
It only had 12. It's dead too.
Oh, great. And I am done.
Okay, so your turn is over. After you go, Harry gets to go. Harry is going to he's going to take out his Mace of Smiting, and he's going to move over to where Chester is basically trying to tear the head off of one of the undead, and he's going to try to help out and smash it. If he rolls a 1, he's going to accidentally hit Chester.
Oh my God.
But he doesn't. He rolls a
Yes.
7 plus 5 is, I think 7 plus 5 is a 12. Where is my sheet for Harry? Where are you, Harry? There you are.
I'm over here.
Let's see. Yeah, he only rolls a 12. I needed a 14 to hit, and he rolls a 12. So apparently he goes down like this to hit him, and basically just comes up with nothing. Hits the ground with the hammer, the mace of smiting. So so he's useless that round. Next is the undead. That's their turn. So this one is going to turn around and obviously try and attack. It's going to try to strike Chester with both attacks. Let's see. What's the armor class on Chester? Is it like what, 13, 14?
It's 13.
13. 9 and 4 is 13, 2 and 4 is 6. So 1 out of the 2 strikes connect.
Chester, my boy.
How much damage does it do? Let's see. Could you give me a Constitution saving throw for Chester?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what's his thing?
Give me a +2. Oh no, wait a minute. You have the actual. I sent you a screenshot of his actual stats. Remember?
Oh yeah, I don't have
It's on your phone somewhere, dude. It should be.
somewhere.
All right. Well, you know what? Then let me look it up on my phone. Hold on a second. Let's do this right.
Wait, I'm trying to
We
find.
want to
it.
have integrity for
Months
the
ago.
internet. Integrity
Yeah,
for
I
the
know.
internet. Integritar.
If you guys didn't talk about WoW so much.
Yeah, we do. We do. This is true. We do.
Oh, it's right here.
You got it. What's his Constitution bonus?
12. So
Constitution
plus
12.
1.
Okay, so give me a Constitution roll +1.
12 plus 1, 13.
You rolled a 13?
I rolled a 12.
Oh, you rolled a 12 plus
Yeah.
1 is a 13. You needed a 13 to save. It's a DC
Ooh.
13. So he saves against the effect of the touch, but still takes damage, unfortunately. So he takes oh wow, only 3 points of slashing damage. So was it 36 minus 3, 33?
Sir.
So he's at, mark it down, he's at 33 hit points. Okay.
Mhm.
So he's finished. Then one of the other ones is going to go after let's say Alistair made a show of himself. Let's go after Alistair with one of these guys. Let's do that. Sword, 2 sword strikes. I rolled a 9 and a 1. So I rolled a 13 and a natural 1. Does a 13 hit Alistair?
13 will hit.
Okay, so
Is
he
that their
takes
AC?
armor class is 13,
12.
right?
Oh,
No,
Oh,
their
13,
AC is 12.
Yeah, you guys got to do something about that as these boys get bigger. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Make their
Well-
AC better? Is what you're telling me?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
there are
well,
things
I'm
you.
I'm
there are
planning
things,
on adding armor to it.
Oh, yeah,
there
they're-
you go. That's not a bad idea.
They're getting armor.
just-
Don't worry.
Cat
We need to
armor.
go to a city that's not trying to kill us actively.
Well,
And
you know,
capture us.
you know that I'm going to throw shit at you when you go into
God,
cities.
armor.
Maybe you
well-
should take your opportunities to actually check out the stores before you blow up a city. I'm just saying. You know.
Maybe the DM shouldn't actively try to kill us all.
That's
Well,
what he
it's
That's
called
does.
his
Dungeons
job.
and Dragons.
That's
It's-
the whole point of the
it's not
game.
like it's not Bed Bath and Beyond. It's Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, come on. All right, so
We're not
Chris,
just a
hold
bunch
my
of
hand and
Karens
walk
going
into the
shopping.
realm.
It's
yeah, exactly. So it's only 3 points of damage to Alistair. So Alistair has
okay.
what, 25?
he has
28
28 total. So,
So now he's got 25.
Yeah.
Okay,
I meant
so
actively trying to kill us in every single city.
no, I
Baka,
don't-
Baka.
no.
Just let it go.
Sometimes you guys cause your own trouble. I mean, you guys create a lot of
you know,
content.
Most
the
of the
DM
time
tries
we
to kill
cause
us
our own
actively in the city. Baka tries to kill Sirach whenever we're in a cave. You know.
We're
So
all
that was
Successful
down-
one time.
all the time.
Yeah, only
And
one
then
time.
who's the closest?
That was the open field.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So Baka's flying above them, so I'm going to leave him out of it. Harry exposed himself by swinging and missing, so I'll have the last one attack Harry. And it hits Harry with 1 out of the 2 sword strikes. So Harry takes another 6 points of damage. It's not so much. Harry's actually taking it like a champ, so he's doing fine. 6. You're actually really surprised at how well he's defending himself. Some of those tactics that you've probably taught him, Theoden.
absolutely.
Those 3 guys have gone. The both vampires are dead, so their turn is passed. And next up is Sirach. Sirach, there are 3 undead dwarves. One of them's kind of on the ground with Chester and Harry. One of them is just walking around trying to fucking slash at everybody. One of them hasn't been touched at all. One of them's like pristine condition. So it's up to you. Who do you want to attack? None of them are within 5 feet of each other, though, unfortunately.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
That was going to be my question.
I know they're not. Now there's a little space between
Well,
them.
are any of them within 10 feet of each other?
We'll work on that. Let's see what. So you're saying you want to attack someone who's within 10 feet of somebody else.
Well, that is the question. So I will either do a volley if there are 2 within 10 feet, or I will just be doing single attacks.
I would say that there are 2 within 10 feet. Yes.
All right, volley it is. But ahead of volley, I will cast Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark, bonus action. On if you cast it on one of them, it's the same as casting on all of them because they're all basically an identical type creature. So you'll get your bonus damage, whatever the Hunter's Mark damage is, on any of them that you attack.
So, first arrow will be a nat 20.
Nat 20. Don't forget your double damage. Include the Hunter's Mark in the double damage.
Yep. That will be a total of 22.
22. Nice. Almost takes it out of commission, but not quite. Arrow strikes it right in the forehead, breaks the shell of his skull into like 6 pieces. There's nothing inside the skull. You're like, how is this thing even functioning?
So the guy next to him, it'll be a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. The guy next to him, 14 just hits.
Okay.
That's the one that has not been damaged previously. So
got it. So he will take a total of 7 damage.
7 damage. Got it. Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, not 7. 11 damage.
11.
Yeah.
Just a scratch.
And then as my second attack action, I will target the one that has finally been damaged.
Go
again.
for it.
And that will be 16 to hit.
16 to hit does hit.
And that will be a total of 9 damage.
9 damage. Excellent. Okay. Injured, but not finished off. There's arrows sticking out of these things, almost like they're pin cushions. It's actually almost comical how many arrows these guys have in them.
Okay.
So,
I know, right?
your turn is over, I believe. Something
but Alice,
got for me.
I'm gonna have Alistair attack as well.
Yes, Alistair.
So Alistair will start with a bite. He's gonna miss that bite because that's only gonna be a.
Which one is he biting? The one that's injured the most or injured the least?
I would say the one that's injured the most.
Got it. Okay.
Which actually is which would be near Theoden, right? Or near Chester?
No. Well, I wasn't thinking of that. There's 3 of them. I was thinking the one in Chester is off to the side, and these are the 2 that within 10 feet of each other.
Oh, okay.
So I was wondering, out of those 2, the one that's injured the least, the one that's injured the most?
The one that's injured the least, then.
Got you. Okay.
So okay. So yeah,
so he missed with the first bite.
He'll miss with the first bite, and the claw will be a 14 to hit.
14 does hit with the second bite. Arr!
And then so claw damage is d6 plus 3, which is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay, so not out of commission, unfortunately.
Yep.
Okay,
and that will be
there's
Ian
your
Alistair's
turn.
turn.
Pia, what would you like to do? There's 3 left.
3 left.
Harry and Chester are attacking one. Alistair is attacking another. All 3 of them have arrows in them. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use Scorching Ray at 5th level, which gives me 6 beams.
Holy mackerel. From his fingertips comes shoots of jets of bluish red fire from the depths of hell. Ah!
And I'm going to do 2, 2, and 2.
2, 2, 2. Go for it.
So the first one, I got a. Oh shit! Wait, do I use my spell attack bonus on Scorching Ray? Yeah, I must.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to hit, you wouldn't just roll a d20 flat.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then it's a 27 and a
27. They both hit.
Yep. Okay. And then I'll do the next one, which is a 17 and a 13.
17 and is that the damage?
No, these are hit rolls.
So the next one is 17 and 13. 1 out of the 2 hit because their armor class is 14.
Okay, and then the third one, I got a 12 and a 27.
So just one of those hit as well. So let's just do the very first one you hit twice. Do the first one that you hit twice.
Okay, so the first one.
This is the one that again he was shooting with arrows. It's really fucked up.
So that's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage on the
And
first.
then on the first one, oh no, and then another because that hit 2 beams. The first one did 6 points of damage. The second
Got it.
one did 8.
Okay, with the combined damage of that one, it bursts into flames, stumbles around, crashes into the wall, and falls apart, and it is destroyed. There are 2 left. The one that Alistair is attacking, the lion cub, is because he got hit by 1. So
Yes.
let me get the damage for that one.
And that one is that's 5 points.
5 points. Okay,
Kind of
gotcha. It's on fire, but it's not. It's basically still functional and still dangerous. And
Okay.
then now the one that Chester is basically trying to maul. Roll the damage for that
Also
one.
gets hit once, which is 7 points of damage.
Okay, the dog and Harry jump out of the way as it basically explodes into ash. You've burned up 2 out of the 3. The only one left there's only one left. And let's just say for the sake of the narrative and not to go through a whole line of people, since there's only one left and he's only got 12 hit points left, he's basically 1 or 2 hits away from this fight being over. We're probably going to go on our break. A couple things we have to do before we go on our break and, go to the bathroom, get a little something to drink. We will be back. We're going to keep the stream going, but we'll be back in like 15, 20 minutes. So Theoden, what is your maximum hit points, Theoden?
I know. I got that stupid curse thing.
Yeah, for the time being.
My
yes.
maximum is 116. I'm at 109.
109. So here's
With
the
seven of that other one.
Okay, so keep in mind, at the moment, your max hit points, no matter how much somebody heals you, is 109 right now.
Okay.
Okay, you're not sure how long that lasts, but you know that for at least the remainder of today, you're at 109. So no, if you try to heal yourself or Harry tries to heal you, it will not go beyond 109.
All right.
Same thing
Thank
with
God it's at 109.
Okay, same thing with Chester. Chester has 25 hit points.
33.
No, wait, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. Hold on a second. He succeeded on his Constitution saving throw. So he's basically wasn't he injured though? Isn't he down to 25?
33. He had 36. And he got
Okay,
hit
all right, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, so he's at 33. He saved his Constitution saving throw, so he can be healed if you want. But he's at 33. Hold on to your hit points. Hold on to your spell slots because this ride isn't over, gentlemen. This is Shenanigans ttRPG, and we obviously play Dungeons and Dragons every Monday night at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Did we make it that obvious?
Yes, I know, right? We are going to go on a short break, just bathroom break, something to drink. Please be patient with us. We'll be back in about 20 minutes. I've got 8:46, 56, 9:06. I'm going to be back at like 9:05. Okay, so
Sounds like a plan.
9:05. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Please don't go anywhere. The second half of the show will be coming up very soon. Yeah. At the bottom of our website is an email form that you can fill out for either Wizards of the Coast or Blizzard or just a fan of the show. All you have to do is go to SttRPG.com with Shenanigans, tabletop role-playing game, SttRPG.com. Bottom of the website, after all the nonsense, is an email form. So please, if you have criticisms, if you like the show, if you don't like the show, and you feel like sending me a term paper as to what we need to do differently, that's cool too.
Yeah, like kill off Theoden.
Yeah, exactly. So we play every Monday night at 6 o'clock. Our break is coming to an end, so we're going to play for another hour or two, depending on what happens. We're going to play next Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So why don't we just jump back into it real quick?
All right.
So keep track of your current hit points, keep track of your spells, just in case something crazy happens. You know the layout.
I didn't get hit.
Well, that's good. Well, we're not surprised at that, but
I didn't get hit either.
Thanks, Sirach.
I didn't get hit. I just let my friend be a meat shield. I mean, in retrospect, I got away with a lot.
Yeah.
I only got hit for like a total of like 10 hit points, I think. So
yeah, that's not too
good.
shabby.
Chris,
Yeah,
we
it's
were
not
talking
bad.
about this during the break. Are my
Sure.
temporary hit points gone?
Yes, because the fight is over. Whatever temporary hit points you received as a consequence of your pact with Baelor are gone because this fight is over.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Just
sorry
so
about that.
you're updated, by the way, because of my level now, I get 19 on kill.
Oh, so yeah, so every
Damn.
kill that
Yeah.
Holy
Pia
shit.
makes, he gets a bonus temporary hit points of 19.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's
Yeah.
listen.
So
You
that
guys
was
are
that was 38 because I killed 2 of those.
you guys are turning into demigods. It's
Fucking
pretty cool.
nuts.
So
It's
anyway,
happening.
Rock only
Trapped
gets
in a
5.
Pocket dimension then.
so anyway, since this is the 5th of 6 dwarven rune caves that you've investigated 4 of them, you know the layout of the cave. But for those of us who are watching the stream that may have not seen the previous episodes, I'll just give a quick explanation of what you see. So in this room, in the back of this room that you investigate and you find nothing of value in, except for these, what they look like bookcases. But they're really not bookcases. They're shelves to hold bodies where the undead dwarves were sleeping prior to you opening the door. There's an archway in the back. Yeah, but you loot those bodies. I'm just giving you the quick rundown. You loot those bodies and you find nothing of value, unfortunately. So there's an archway in the back of that particular room and a curved hallway that wraps around to like another chamber, which is circular in nature. In the back of that circular room is a sarcophagus. It's not standing vertically, it's horizontal on the ground, and it's sealed. One of the 4 dwarven rune caves that they were in previously, one of the sarcophaguses was held down by chains because the occupant, for whatever reason, was being held inside. This particular dwarven rune cave, that's not the case. It's basically just a sarcophagus that is closed and horizontal on the ground in the back of the room. There's dwarven runes all over the sarcophagus. And then in front of the sarcophagus are a few things. One, there's what looks like a standard tombstone about 3 feet in height, rectangular. And on the top of it in dwarven writing, the same dwarven writing as all of the other caves, it said, bathe to receive my boon. And in the bottom right corner of that tombstone is a symbol of a dragon. And then in front of that tombstone is kind of like a circular small pool of water, which is large enough for, let's say, a human being to just lay in it from head to toe and kind of reach arms out and legs out. So you figure maybe 10 to 15 feet in radius, but it's not a deep pool. It's kind of shallow, very much like a kiddie pool. So there's really maybe only 1 foot deep of water. If you were to lay in it, you couldn't drown. If you were laying back up, I mean, if you were laying face down, obviously you would drown. But if you were just laying in the pool, you couldn't drown if you tried because it's very shallow.
Okay.
So what would you guys like to do?
Is there any writing anywhere else?
There's writing on the actual sarcophagus itself.
Can I read it?
You have an invocation that allows you to read pretty much any writing, correct?
All writing.
Okay. The only other person that can sort of make this out a little bit is Theoden and Harry, but they're having trouble deciphering it because it's kind of like the equivalent of a human in our time trying to read Shakespeare, in the sense that it is English, but it's such an older version of English that it's just kind of confusing. But you, with your invocation, you pick it up clearly. It's a scrolling basically talking about how awesome the 6 dwarven lords are and how they deserve to rule over everyone. And it's the person inside's name is Horus the Mighty.
Strength.
Horus the Mighty.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be strength then. So I'll pass. Do you want to give? It's either got to go to.
I'll dip my toe in.
Got to go to Harry or.
Harry says, I'm fine. I'm not messing with this.
Oh no, you're going in.
You want me to go in?
I don't know, unless The Rock wants to go in.
I'm waiting
I
for
mean,
the last
Harry,
one.
do you really not want to?
Sure,
Come on,
I want to. Yeah, I want to. Of course I do.
Go for it, Harry. It's your turn. We've all gotten to take a dip before.
Is that me?
You gotta
Well-
take your pants off though. That's
Yeah.
It says
Yeah.
it right here in the
Yeah.
weird
Does
dialogue.
it really say that? Does
Yeah,
it?
it needs to touch your asshole. That's
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll just, guys, just don't look at me.
Don't worry, woman,
no,
eye
He
contact.
goes,
Your eyes are up there.
He goes
gonna
and literally
peek.
he walks behind the sarcophagus and drops trow. And he says, "Are you guys looking? Don't look."
Nope.
I get the mirror and I angle
You're
it
good.
like I can see behind me.
Okay, so he makes his way. He's wearing basically long john underwear, so it's not like his dingleberries are hanging. But he in socks and basically bare ass, except for the shorts. He basically comes with his plate armor on the top, and comes over very quickly, shuffles over, and sits down in the water. Now, when he sits down in the water, you are treated to a vision. All of you see it, even though Harry is the one that's basically bathing.
But we are treated to a vision.
Well, this is two visions at once, exactly. But this is this is a vision. One vision you've never seen, which has to do with Harry, and the other vision is one that you've seen before. They all progress approximately the same. Just imagine that you're in the past visions, times that you've seen this, you felt as though you were sitting in an IMAX movie theater. That's how crisp and clear it was. This time it's different. This time you feel like you're actually there on the battlefield. You're witnessing a city being torn apart as a Platinum Dragon is fighting the six Dwarven Lords. While the six Dwarven Lords and the Platinum Dragon are fighting each other, the armies of the Dwarven Lords, dressed in black, are torturing the city, the civilians of the city, and burning down stuff. Which honestly, Theoden, when you see this, there's something in your core that kind of pisses you off a little bit. The idea that this is not what I was taught in grade school. So I don't know what this vision is telling me.
Do we recognize the city?
Do we recognize a citizen?
Well, absolutely. So it's the demographics is a big mix as far as the the civilians. Make a perception check, PA, because it occurred to you.
No, I do not.
You do well. What did you roll? Just curious.
11.
You rolled an 11. Yeah, it's tough to tell. There's too much chaos. It's also you're there. You're surprised at the fact that you feel like you're physically there for the first time, and it's a little disconcerting. As like in the other visions, you notice that one after the other in this dramatic battle scene that honestly it's like a cinematic blockbuster action flick, summer flick. One after the other, the Dwarven Lords fall to the Platinum Dragon until there is a final one that stands. And he's got this massive sword and he's holding open the dragon's mouth and he's trying to get his sword into the mouth of the dragon. And the small T-Rex type arm of the dragon is basically holding the sword from piercing through the head of the dragon. And it's almost frozen in time where everything is in slow motion. And then suddenly the commotion around you begins to silence to where you hear nothing and everything goes quiet. And you all realize that you're a witness to this event and this event only as everything else blurs out. And I need, let's see if I can make a roll. Hold on. Pia, you notice the dragon makes eye contact with you as this event is happening. Around you are the 5 dead bodies of the Dwarven Lords, and the 6th Dwarven Lord and the Platinum Dragon is locked in mortal combat with each other.
Wait, we never saw the 5th one die.
I'm sorry?
Oh, you said the 5.
You watched. No, what happened is that you saw the 4 die. This particular vision, for the first time, you saw the 5th one die. And then now you're actually being witness to the 6th and final.
Even though this is our 5th.
Even though this is your 5th one, you watched the 5th. It progressed a couple of minutes further, where you watch the back and forth between what you assume to be Horus the Mighty, basically fighting, in lockstep with the Platinum Dragon, and then everything kind of slows down. Everyone is there. Does anyone do anything?
In the vision?
You know from experience that this is a vision because the 4 previous times you watched it like you were in a movie theater.
I want to try something.
But this time, for the first time, Theoden, you feel like you're there. You feel like you're 10 feet from this situation that's happening.
I'm stepping forward.
You're stepping forward. But as you're thinking about stepping forward, Piaz just said something before you did. Piaz, what were you going to say?
I want to try something weird and interesting, and I don't know if it's going to do anything. So we're basically like in this illusion image type thing.
Yes, it doesn't feel like an illusion. It feels like it's real.
Can I approach the Dwarven Lords that are dead on the ground?
Sure you can. You're approaching the dwarven lords that are dead on the ground.
And
As
I
you're doing that, Theoden, what were you doing? What were you stepping towards?
I'm just stepping forward to like kind of explore.
Okay,
Like,
let's
this
go
shit's
back. Let's go
crazy.
back. Let's go back to Pia. Pia,
Yeah,
what were you?
yeah,
You
yeah.
said you were heading towards the bodies of the other 5.
And I want to use spare the dying on all of them.
Okay. While you're thinking of doing that, is there anything that Baka or Sirach does? By the way, Harry is there also. Harry is basically frozen.
I want to see if I can take anything off of the dead dwarven lords.
I want to attack the dragon.
Okay.
I'm gonna loot the bodies.
You're gonna attack the dragon, just right up.
Okay. But this is you're
Go
all
for it. All right.
You're all independent. You're all entitled to have like actions. Of
What
you-
else? You guys are doing everything else. I gotta
Okay.
pick something different.
So Sirach is
You
Sirach.
can go make a pina colada. Who
So
cares?
Sirach.
Yeah, I'll
so let's
take
put
it.
it this way.
I don't have that in my illusion world.
So let's say you have to realize that all these things are happening all at once. Okay, it's not like a turn-based system. It's where you guys have an idea and you decide to do it. So imagine that Sirach is approaching. Sirach and Pia together are approaching the closest of the dwarven lords on the floor for different reasons. Sirach's curious about the inventory. Pia's wondering if he can be brought back to life or at least be brought to consciousness of something. Maybe to ask him some questions. As you guys are heading to do that, and as Theoden is stepping forward, just looking around, bugged out at the fact that, my God, what am I doing here? This is crazy. Baka decides to, with what weapon? What do you do? Can you describe it?
Oh, I'm gonna use my I'm using my boomstick.
He goes into his backpack and pulls
This is
out
not gonna end well.
an antique Victorian style double-barreled firearm that is unique in this land. Pulls back the trigger. Boom! Make a hit roll. You're aiming for the platinum dragon. Make a hit roll.
Oh yeah, 30-30.
Okay, what do you mean, a dirty 30?
Yeah, it's a 30.
Dirty 30. Okay, so this is what happens. Time freezes. As he pulls the trigger and the bullet explodes and comes out of the chamber, it slows to a crawl and stops in midair. And everyone slows down and comes to a complete stop, as if the IMAX movie that's being shown that you are now a part of, basically the projector, the digital projector just kind of crawls to a stop.
Damn it,
And
the
suddenly-
thief
and
made me not
suddenly-
be able to steal.
And suddenly
He ruins
feel-
everything.
You feel,
Fuck
You
you,
feel-
all.
you
Fuck
feel-
you all.
Hey, I said nothing.
when
You're a
this
part
happens,
of this.
you feel all of you start to lean forward as if the world on its axis starts to tilt forward. And you feel the world, your vision in front of you swirl as if you're looking at a toilet bowl flushing with clear white water. As your vision starts to obscure and you feel yourself pulled into this whirlpool, and you're gone. You're invisible, you're gone, you don't know where you are. Now, suddenly, Baka and Baka alone is somewhere else.
Man.
Now, here's the good part. The good part is that all of you are aware of what's going on. You're aware,
No.
but you
That's
can
what you
see,
get.
you can see and hear everything that happens between this exchange with Baka, but none of you can act because you're not there. Now you're back to sitting in your IMAX movie seat. Okay,
We can't do anything about
you're
what's
sitting in the
up.
IMAX. You're in the IMAX
Do I
movie
have
seat.
popcorn?
Great, get your popcorn.
Oh, there is
Now-
popcorn. Sweet. I'm
Absolutely.
happy.
So
Let me
now-
come, Sirach.
So,
Lots of butter.
Baka, this is what you see.
Got gummy
Crunchy
ones?
crunch.
Okay, Baka, I want you to imagine a perfectly white landscape. There is no ceiling, there is no floor, there are no environmental buildings
A
or
white void.
just a complete white void in all directions.
With a floor or without a floor?
Well, you can't see where the floor begins and the sky ends, or vice versa, but you are on a solid, what feels like an unfamiliar floor. It's an unfamiliar floor to you, Baka, but to Saps, it's something like a like a hardwood floor that's maybe white. It's very bizarre. It's almost like a material, like maybe like a formica or a composite or something. It's weird. The bottom line is it's a completely white void. What do you do?
I look around.
Make a perception check.
Fuck off.
I look around in the void.
in the void. 19.
With a 19, when you look we look behind you, you notice
sorry.
that yes.
Dirty 20. It's plus. It's not plus.
No
6 anymore, it's
problem.
plus
When
7.
you look behind you, you notice what appears to be some sort of chair or couch in the distance. Do you approach it?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that there is someone sitting on that chair or couch. It's kind of like the size of a love seat. It's made of a material that, Baka, you're not really sure what it actually is. Sitting and across from this love seat or couch or whatever it is that's cushioned is a single wooden chair about six feet in front of the couch. Sitting on this couch is a beautiful woman. This beautiful woman is wearing an outfit that is very foreign. She must come from a country that's like a foreign country to you. Now, this is what Baka thinks. Now, I'm going to tell you what Saps sees. What Saps sees is it's a leather couch from the 21st century sitting in this white empty void, and a woman in a business pantsuit and high heel shoes is sitting on this couch, and she looks a lot like Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna walk up next to the chair and ask,
Casting couch.
"Can I have a seat? May I have a seat?"
She goes, please. And again, Baka doesn't recognize the voice, but Sirach sounds like Scarlett Johansson too. It's got the same exact voice. Please do have a seat.
Thank you. I'm gonna sit down.
Do you want chocolate chip cookie as a nice tea?
I'm gonna.
This movie's great.
I'm gonna ask. Are you the Platinum Dragon?
She smiles and she says, after a pause, she says, why did you shoot me?
Oh. I wasn't completely sure if this was real. We've been having these visions, and
Let me just go in guns blazing.
I kind of wanted to test what would happen. I take things to the extreme sometimes, but
That's fair. That's fair. Interesting thing is that it's bizarre, but you feel kind of like you're almost on like a job interview. It's weird because her business
He was
attire,
right about the casting couch.
her business attire, the couch, the chair, the questions. You could tell that when she looks at you that she's evaluating you. She's trying to be careful. She says, what is your name?
my name is Baka.
Baka. I mean,
And yours?
She pauses for a second and she goes, I guess I don't have a name. Would you like to give me one?
Oh shoot. Think of something good, Baka. Don't fuck this up.
Would you like to be called Vin?
Vin. I like Vin. Vin is nice.
Vin?
Thank you.
It's from
Call me Vin.
Oh, like what the fuck?
Call me Vin. Do you know why you're here, Baka?
Probably because I took a shot at you.
Well, not exactly. You're here because you were brave enough to take a shot at me. You were brave enough to act where others were not.
I don't agree with that.
You're not there.
That's bullshit. No, me and Sirach and Thanon are sitting there while we're watching our movie. We're like,
what the fuck?
We're like, wait,
Can we
this is
mute these
bullshit. No, don't call us out.
Mute these three. Fuck.
I'm walking out.
They ruined my
Thanon,
mojo.
let's go home. This is a crappy movie.
Harry, put your pants on. We're going home.
So neither here nor there.
Nancy?
In some other alternate reality, this is the reaction from the natural ones. But neither here nor there. You're unaware of any of that, Baka. And she says,
Fuck you guys.
she says to you, she says, I've been trapped in that loop for a long time. I guess it has its advantages because as time has grown by, the legacy of what I've done or didn't do, for that matter, has lived on in the hearts and minds of not just dwarves, but of many of the races of the realm, to the point where I guess I'm a demigod of sorts now. When I was a mortal once, now I've ascended. What you believe has great power. So I guess it's a blessing, but it's also a curse. I wonder, you're brave. How brave are you?
Again, I turn to Theoden.
Depends on how
He's
motivated
not
I
that
am.
brave. He runs away all the time.
All the time, every battle.
What did you say, Baka?
Yeah, get off
Said-
your phone.
I said it depends on how motivated I am.
So,
phoning
you're,
in
are
our
you? What are
battles?
you motivated by? Are you motivated by? Are you only motivated by worldly endeavors? Are you only motivated by coin,
Is there any popcorn left?
by lust,
Yeah.
by
Why are you nervous with Theoden?
Sorry, Chris.
I'm. You guys are ruining everything right here. This is a serious conversation, you jackasses.
Exactly what we would do if we watched a movie together.
I mean, if we're watching a movie of your life with the
Yeah, we're
Platinum
being
Dragon, that's what we would
realistic,
do.
so long as we
Anybody
get
could
the
be up
so
on that
long
screen.
as
We could do
so
it the
long
same
as we get the information out, it's all good. It's
Okay.
fine. Don't worry about it. So
I'll shut
let's
up.
continue. Let's continue the conversation, Baka.
Yes.
So she basically
Coins,
says,
treasures, trinkets, but also love, adventure.
make
doing
a
The right thing when it counts.
make an insight check, Baka.
I can't give guidance to the image.
No, you can't. Sorry.
It's frozen in time.
Dude, you're stuck in the audience like we are.
21.
Start
21.
heckling.
You get
Next every
this
shot you don't
with a
take.
21. You get a vague kind of impression. Now it could just be your imagination. It could just be like your massive ego. You don't know, but you think that she might be digging you a little bit. You think that there's like a certain fascination or twinkle in her eye a little bit. You're not sure, but you think maybe. And she says, she nods and she smiles as if she's like evaluating you. And she goes, well, I suppose I could give you that and more, but it'd depend on how much you were willing to sacrifice.
And what is it that you need me to do?
Well, I need you to break the loop. I need you to carry through with the action in any way you see fit. Whether that be firing at me or firing at the Dwarven Lord that's about to kill me. Either way, just break the loop, because even gods sometimes want to rest. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
And what would breaking the loop do for you? Would that set you for eternal rest, or would that do you come alive?
Eternal rest.
Insight check.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Natural 20.
You can tell with that natural 20 that she's genuine. That she's not interested in plunder. She's not interested in violence or mayhem. She just wants the loop to come to a close. And she says, in exchange for breaking the loop, should you need to call upon me, in the most dire of circumstances, I would answer your call.
Should have gotten a blowjob.
But for a price.
The price being.
Well, eternity is lonely. You could join me.
Oh shit.
So
What
you
you
get
gonna
rid of
do,
some-
Vaga?
As tempting as that is, I don't think I'm ready to make that decision here and now.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe you have time. Just remember that a mortal's life is fleeting and sometimes unpredictable. But I hope that at the very least you would do me the honor of breaking the loop, the next and final chance that you have. Again, I'm not asking you to choose in my favor. I'm just asking you to, I'm asking you to just break the loop. And here's another interesting thing. Make sure to tell your friends who I'm sure are watching us now as we speak. In the event that this is not the, let me lay it all out on the table for you. I fancy you. I won't lie. Eternity and godhood can be a lonely endeavor. I would love to have a protector, a champion, a lover, consort. But it would be for an eternity. you would rule by my side amongst all of the planes of existence. And you will see wonders and things that you could never have possibly imagined. But it would mean that you'd be at my side and you would have to abandon your place on the prime material plane.
Damn.
If you're not willing to break the loop, or that is not your destiny, I respect that. Just, your friends are watching this, they have that option themselves as well. So,
see.
And if you would like a favor in return, I know I happen to be aware of this
Should we all
Katoa
just become
situation.
immortal?
Chris, what'd you say?
I happen to be aware of this Katoa situation. I could help with that.
Help there would be appreciated.
Well, then at the very least, we understand each other in that regard.
So what she's saying is
Mhm.
we can all.
She's saying that she needs someone to break the loop. If
Yeah.
Baka doesn't want to break the loop, maybe in the 6th and final Dwarven Cave, someone else will.
Okay.
Okay.
I know what I'm gonna say.
Go for it.
Miss Finn.
Mhm.
I believe I know what I will pick when the time comes, and you'll have my answer then.
Very respectable. I like you, little one. I hope I get to see you again.
I like you too.
I hope I get to see you again, she says. She smiles at you. She stands up, kind of pulls on the front of her business outfit, high heel shoes, whatever it is, looks very respectable. Imagine Scarlett Johansson with the blonde hair, and not the red like from the movies. And she says, thank you for being brave, and I hope to see you again soon, she says. And suddenly, the vision ends in that toilet bowl kind of vision. All of you begin to swirl, either from your game seats or from the wooden chair, and you find yourself back in the 5th Dwarven Rune Cave as Harry takes a bath, and Harry gets a +1 to his strength because you let him.
I completely
bathe in the
forgot
pool.
about that.
Harry now goes from a strength of 13 to a 14.
Why couldn't you just finally show the next one? I've been waiting, Chris.
Oh, Harry.
Well, there's only one left. Now
Thank
we
you,
know.
guys.
I know, and I haven't gotten
stronger.
one yet.
Thank you, guys. I feel stronger.
Because
and
we
now-
all know you wanted the Dex one, and Chris is going to make you suffer along with us.
He's gonna make me suffer the long wait.
Watch there not even be a Dex one. It's just another.
It's just a repeat of another one. It's like, oh yeah, here's
Intelligence.
another intelligence one, guys.
Fuck it, I'll take it. Whatever. I'll take the last one regardless.
So is there anything,
Chris
is
should
anything
do
that
that.
you guys would like to do?
I would like to search the room.
Absolutely, by all means.
You guys don't
Where
want to talk
exact-
about what we just saw?
Yeah, why don't before we
Yeah, I
before we
mean,
search the room, searching the room goes without saying, obviously. But
Okay.
let's talk about what you first saw, and then we can talk about the room.
Baka, why didn't you want to get with the Platinum Dragon?
yeah. What happened there? Cold feet.
No, it's just we have unfinished things here. And
Yeah, I think it's more about you don't like commitment. This is like, it's a pattern now.
Or he's just waiting to bond his soul with.
Well,
Baylor.
somehow I've been with you guys all this time. If that's not commitment, I don't know what is.
Well, let's
We-
be honest.
we do make good
we're
meat
not
shields.
female. I think that's the issue there.
That's true. That's a good point.
So
Yeah.
I think I know how we could break that loop.
By killing the mighty dwarf.
By
Well,
summoning Baylor.
I mean that's like
That's
the
no,
last resort.
no.
But
That's a bad idea.
I think I'm
should
sorry,
call
Chris.
on him.
What was his name? He was near Flitwick. Parthenax.
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 Parthenax was in a tower a few miles outside Flitwick. He is a blue-scaled
Parthenax.
dragonborn wizard.
crazy guy.
He
was-
was the one that told us about these caves. He might know a thing or two about these images that we keep seeing. And if we explain to him that this loop needs to come to an end for one reason or another, he would be the only one I could think of that would know how to do that.
That's a good idea.
Well, that is
Yeah.
a possibility. I imagine
But
if
we told him we wouldn't go back and see him until we explored all of the caves.
Yeah. So we got to do the last one on the way back.
I imagine though, if we
So
go
out
to
of
the
way,
last
but
one,
yeah.
if we go to the last cave and we possibly
the
kill the
last
dwarf in the
one?
vision,
It's north
that
of us right
it
now.
will
It's near
end the
Crow's
loop.
Oh shit.
Yeah, if we don't do anything in the last cave, then the loop will continue. So
Yeah.
like the last cave is
It's-
kind of our last option.
If we kill the dwarf or
Yeah, so we gotta see.
or Finn the
dwarf.
dragon.
Or do we see Parthenax before we go in this
Yes.
last
That's
game?
Yeah.
yeah.
God, that's a long.
We have the
What do you want to
teleporters.
do?
That is a long ride back.
We got.
We have the teleporters. We can take the thing.
I guess.
You have a two outdoorsmen, a ranger and an outdoorsman that can help you track to find the.
I can fly in the air and
You
scout.
can fly in the air and scout. You can find
And
the.
I do have an
This
owl.
is Harry talking to you guys, by the way. You can find those compass thingamajigs that you bounces us all over the place. So that'd help.
I'm gonna look at Harry real quick and be like, Harry, did your beard grow a little bit?
Do you like it? I think it's got
I
a little
think
gray in there. I don't really know where the gray.
braid it soon.
The enhanced
Harry,
strength
I
grew
like your
beard.
biceps. I see that they're getting a little. Yeah.
I think this is from the water. I don't think this has anything to do. I think it's the water.
No, I think you're right. But damn,
I haven't
it's
lifted
looking
any.
good.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna put my pants on now, guys. I'm feeling a
Looking
little
ripped,
weird.
Harry.
Yeah, you should
leave
do
him
that.
off. It's
Yeah,
just-
I'm
So
gonna excuse
where
me,
is
and
the
he goes-
last one?
the
he
last
goes
one
be-
is north of us right now.
Oh, all the way. I see it now.
Harry's not
Prosa.
skipping leg day. Let's just say.
I'll remember that fucking shit from that city. That guy's like, "Oh yeah, gotta talk about leg day." The bouncer. That was
Bouncer
hilarious.
going into the undercity of.
Yeah. Harry knows. Harry knows. He's like, I learned that we shouldn't skip leg day.
Don't skip leg day. So let's get to, if you want to continue talking about this, there'll always be a camp where you can talk about it further.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's check the room. So you mentioned investigating the room, Pia. Is there anywhere in particular that you want to investigate?
Well, I wanted to see. I know obviously there's a sarcophagus, but I wanted to see if there was maybe like a hidden passage to another room or
Sure.
like a hidden box somewhere.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Whoops. There's definitely nothing. I rolled a 6.
All right. Well, listen, it was a good idea, but if there was anything to be found, you did not find it.
Yeah.
So, is there anyone? I can allow someone to assist him, which would give him advantage on the roll. Is
I'll
anyone
do it.
want-
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead,
Theoden helps Pia. Theoden helps you, so Pia, you get to roll a second time. Now let's see if this one will be better. And this will be like a thorough search of the room.
There's a natural one.
Okay,
Damn it.
so the good news is that there's nothing in the room. That's it. You guys couldn't find
Great
it.
news. Great news.
Great news.
Even the sarcophagus.
No, not the sarcophagus. I was assuming I was doing specifically looking for trap doors, secret doors, hidden boxes, things like that in and around the walls. So, but as far as the sarcophagus is concerned, sarcophagus is not locked, but it does have a heavy lid on the top of it.
Well, good thing
Aiden,
you have a heavy boy.
Theoden with his, I'm not even going to make you roll, Theoden. Theoden with your belt of giant strength, you basically flick your finger and push the lid right off. Where another one would take 2 of them to push it off. You just push it off, no big
That's
deal.
right.
If it hits on the ground, cracks in half.
I'm gonna
Boom,
stand,
cracks.
put my chest out, and look at everybody all smug.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Inside,
Mhm.
the thing is filled with 2 things. One, the dead body of presumably Horus the Mighty, and a lot of gold and a lot of platinum.
And we can take
Does
it
Horus the
off.
Mighty have a sword?
Grab that pouch, boys.
Make an investigation check, Baka.
Guidance.
Guidance on him? Why not? Absolutely.
I'm just telling you, it's not gonna help. I rolled low.
All right. Well,
Very low,
listen.
very low.
Well, then you know what? Then we'll just consider it that you go through painstakingly go through all the gold and platinum in the thing, and there is no sword. So the body does not move and attack you, thankfully. And once you've taken the next, first of all, when you got in here, it was 2:00 in the afternoon. So it takes you about 2 hours. So it's at about 4:00 in the afternoon. You count out 6,665 gold pieces.
Hold on.
And 6,665 gold
Okay.
and 6,665 platinum.
God.
I will divide that by 4 or 5, I guess.
Divided by
Just
5.
throw it in the bag of
and
holding.
throw it. If you throw it in the
Yeah,
bag
well, I'm
of
gonna
holding.
tell you. I'm gonna throw it in the bag of holding, but I'm gonna tell everyone what their share is, so they
Yeah.
know.
So yeah. So basically, it's
So everyone gets 100.
Does it matter at this point?
well, you know what? Just might as well keep track of it anyway. But you're right. It's
Yeah,
a good point.
keep track of it. Everyone gets 1,333 gold and 1,333 platinum.
Yeah, and all of it is collectively being held in the zippered pouch that's the bag of holding. Because let's face it, you don't have to worry about encumbrance or you know whether you got a cart. It's all in the bag of holding. So done deal. So you take the 2 hours, you clean it out. You have all of the resources. You have the vision that expanded itself. Is there anything else that you would like to do that does not involve looking for secret traps or clearing out the sarcophagus?
Yeah, I want to look in the bag of holding again, try to get an item. The
Okay.
same thing, the metal stick.
I'll let you do a wisdom check. Wisdom check, thinking of a metal stick.
Guidance, yeah.
I don't think he's aware.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
don't
well,
know. You
now
don't
that
know.
you called it out, I can't. But
All
I
right.
tried.
So he wants guidance. He gets guidance. Give him the
All
extra.
right,
D4.
fine.
Oh, fine. My cantrips are not for free.
Ugh.
I get an extra platinum for that one.
1,334.
Yeah.
Oh God. It's a 16.
16.
Yeah.
With a 16, you pull out one of your old candlesticks.
Fuck!
Sorry, dude. It's got to be higher than that because you don't know.
I'm gonna throw it at. Yeah. Like, damn it! Get better guidance.
I'm gonna try to catch it.
Make a dexterity check. Dexterity, check.
What the hell is my dex? Oh, that is a 14.
14. Boink, right in the head. You take
All right,
1 point. You take 1 point of damage.
All right, 1 point of damage, and I'm going to pretend I got knocked out cold.
He falls on the ground.
No!
Make a performance check, Pia. Performance.
An 18.
He rolled an 18. Baka, make an insight check.
Oh,
Beat an 18.
I got an 18 too.
Roll again. Pia, roll for your performance.
All right, he beat me this one.
I don't think so.
What you
I rolled an 8 on this one.
Oh, I got
8 total. A 10. It looks like the Keystone Cops. It's obvious that he flopped. He did a technical foul on the basketball court.
I'm gonna pretend like I believe him, and I'm gonna run up and say and shake him. Pia! Pia!
No, you make
I'm
a
gonna
performance
slap him.
check. You make a performance check, Baka.
I'm just gonna stay limp.
No, you might
let's
think that he's a genuine.
16.
All right, 16. Make an insight check, Pia.
Nat 20.
Okay, you know that. Okay, Pia, when he comes up to you with a concern, you know that it's fake ass concern. You know that he don't give a shit. He's just fucking goofing on you.
All right. Well then,
I slap
I'm
him in
gonna
the face to wake
shocking
him up.
grasp Pia.
Make a hit roll.
Okay.
Advantage because he's prone.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, no, I have cloak and displacement.
You do. You have to roll it. Actually, hold on a second.
So
You have to roll. You have to
it'd be a
straight.
standard roll.
It'd be a straight roll. Straight roll.
Yeah.
Straight roll because you're supposed to get advantage because he's prone.
Yeah, I'll save you. I'll revive you.
Oh my God.
Well, I rolled a 8.
So basically, you scooch out of the way, realizing like, oh, he doesn't realize I'm actually faking. I'm not letting him shock me. So he scooches out of the way.
All right, I'm gonna open my eyes. And
Clear.
sit up. What happened?
How many fingers am I holding up?
Hello?
Oh,
You almost died.
whoa!
What year is it?
I don't know. And
Who's
then
the
I don't know
president?
either.
very sneakily grab the candlestick if it's within my reach. And
Sleight of
just whip
hand.
it
Sleight of hand.
Okay, and then I'm gonna whip it at Baka.
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Alright. Sleight of hand. Ooh, this might not do anything. Oh, 12.
Baka, make a perception check. Beat a 12.
Natural 20.
Okay,
But I'm gonna let it hit me.
You see him grab the candlestick. He wings it at you, bonks you right in the forehead. You take 1 hit point of damage.
All right,
Ah!
enough.
No,
What are
I'm gonna fall over unconscious.
All right, and I'm just gonna take one look at him. I'm gonna take the pouch of holding. All right, guys, let's get out of here.
No.
No, they're not right now. They're basically having a tug of war over the pouch of holding. Thankfully, it's zippered shut, so nothing's gonna spill out of it.
Are we done here?
Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
guys are.
just let go.
All right, so
I'm gonna take
here's
it.
the situation.
Yeah,
It's only
Théoden with his belt of giant strength is gonna come grab the pouch and throw it in his sack.
Are you really gonna do that?
Yeah.
You can if you want to.
Fuck
Make a strength check. They're basically tug of warring it.
Oh, 19 plus 7.
Okay, I want you guys to roll. Each of you roll and roll a natural 20.
Nope.
Nope.
He easily rips the bag of holding out of both of your hands with his advanced strength.
Yes.
What do you say, Theoden?
I say, come, children. We have things to do.
Yes,
Okay.
Dad.
Oh wow, so manly.
You are a group. You are a group, and you share possessions in that bag of holding. But at the moment, Theoden has possession of it.
Yes.
So if he falls in a volcano, him and the bag of holding gets vaporized. So-
Okay, that's a bad idea. If they had to give it back, at least I can fly away from the volcano.
I
We'll
have
just
the
make
most
sure that
armor.
doesn't fall.
Yo, your armor does not beat lava.
I do
So-
not-
Where are we
Did that
gonna
one
find a
time when he
volcano,
surfed.
Baka?
we were
Right
around
there.
one once, and that was more than enough.
Yeah.
So
He
I have a-
surfed on this shield.
I have flashbacks when you were trying to outrun the fucking lava and
I
terribly,
did
my
serve
bad.
that shield. It was pretty
He
sick.
He
did, and
did,
I
he did.
almost killed him. So
Well,
Almost wiped that thing.
So I have an important question to ask you. So it's 4:00 in the afternoon on
5.
the 30th of the month, Octil 30th, year 257. It's too early for a long rest because none of you are tired. But do you want to take a short rest before you leave the cave?
I need to recover that 1 hit point. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
one hit point is terrible.
all right. So just so you know, when you have a short rest, you don't automatically get all your hit points back. What you do is you use your hit dice.
What about my thing?
What thing? The hit points that are gone? With the
No,
short rest,
my curse.
like I said, you're right now your hit points are reduced, and the short
Yeah.
rest does not return your hit points.
We
Oh, that's what I was
literally took
asking.
minimal damage that fight. That was
So
crazy.
so basically, is there anybody that has visible injuries?
No.
I think so.
I'll
Then
say
if you
maybe Sirach.
I'm scratched.
Baka
but,
and I might have
you know.
bumps on our heads.
all right, so then maybe you might not need to take a short rest. That's possible. You might just be like, okay, we're good, we'll rough it. What about short rest? I know that you get your spell slots back if you take a short rest. What about
I don't think I do actually.
Oh,
I'll get
I'll
I
pop
guess
a potion and I'm good to go.
I'll
okay,
get my
okay.
battle master maneuvers back, but I don't really
It's-
care.
But
All
I'll
right,
tell
so
you what,
you're down to 2 battle master maneuvers. So you have 2 out of 4 left. I think PI on a short rest you get him back. I think because
I
they
do
don't
I think you do too, Pia.
they don't give you a lot of them. So I think one of the benefits is a short or long rest gets you spell slots back.
Oh yeah, I do.
Most other spellcasters have to have a long rest, but you get them back on a short rest.
Yeah, I do get him back.
So the question is, before you leave, do you guys want to spend an hour to like meditate, hang out, do stuff, and then get the advantage of getting your spell slots back? You get your superiority dice back. You don't have to. I'm just want to give you the
Yeah.
option.
The only thing I
Sure,
wouldn't
let's just
back
get it
is,
over with.
Hurl through hell. I wouldn't get that back, but that's fine.
No, you wouldn't get that back.
No.
But all right. So do you
I'll spend 30 minutes meditating to get battle master back, and then I'll
Done.
spend the other 30 playing with Ari.
no problem. Perfect.
I'll do the same, but there's something else I want to do for the second half of the rest, if that's
What is it?
possible.
Tell me.
I want to take my share of the gold out of the pouch, and I want to mark all of them.
All right. I don't see why not. What are you marking?
Are
Them?
you kidding
You're gonna
me?
mark every single individual piece.
I
With
want
what?
to know. I want to know what's mine, even if I put a tiny scratch in each one with my
Don't
dagger.
Jesus
fucking do that.
Christ,
You're gonna
Jake.
devalue it all.
All right. So it looks
You
like
value gold.
it looks like
It's
lunacy.
gold.
You ever
It
try?
looks- it
Okay,
looks like
you may
lunacy,
not
but
be a
you
history
notice
buff,
with
but
the-
people
with
used to take
Baylor's-
shavings off of silver and gold coins, and it would reduce the value back in ancient times.
For a half an hour, you notice that with Baylor's dagger, Pia is basically like making niche marks in each piece of platinum as he's going through them and dropping it in the bag, platinum, dropping it in the bag, platinum, dropping it in the bag. You
Just
know.
enough, not big scratches. Just enough.
Yeah,
so
just
I
enough.
know
Just enough.
that it's mine.
So they're criticizing the shit out of you, but I'm assuming that that doesn't stop you. Their criticism.
no,
You're a
there's
baka.
there is reason I'm doing this. So
All right. So he's marking his money. So hey, listen, it's his half hour. He can do what he wants with it. Sirach, is there anything that you're doing? Did you say you're going to drink a potion or use a hit dice, or what are you going to do?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess if we're actually gonna like hang out, then I'll use a hit dice.
Okay.
So, there we go. That will be a total of 7 hit points, and that will bring me back to normal.
Perfect. Okay, so
So.
Theoden, no matter what you do, for some reason you just feel
109.
you feel okay, but something's off. You just feel
Yeah.
a little weird. Something's off.
Mhm.
Baka, you didn't lose any hit points, did you?
I lost the one from Pia. That was it.
So you're basically gonna just get your superiority dice back and be fine with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
right.
I'll just congratulate Ari and say he did such an excellent job and he listened so well. So good, Ari.
I enjoyed fighting. Fighting was fun. I liked
But
it.
remember, only fight when I tell you to. 'cause
Okay.
sometimes
Okay.
You gotta pick you gotta go with the law of the jungle.
Okay. I did better than my brother. Didn't I do better than my brother?
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
Oh.
But I think you did.
Oh, good.
Just
I
congratulating him. You weren't watching.
No, I wasn't watching Alistair. I was paying attention to you. Make sure you did great.
And Alistair saunters over and basically calls his brother, "You're such an idiot."
He got that natural 20. I really can't say he did better.
Yeah, he basically goes over and he honestly, like, he nudges into his brother as to push him down, and then Ari pushes him back and knocks Alistair down because Ari's just slightly bigger, and you can tell that he's maturing into a bigger, stronger lion than Alistair is. Alistair seems like more agile, while Ari seems more muscular. But and Ari is less mature, but you're noticing that slowly he's becoming a little more mature. At least he's following instructions, so it's not like he's walking off into the wilderness doing his own thing. So
And I'm just gonna pick up Ari and just put his head right over here and then hold him almost like a baby. But just say and walk around with him saying, good
and
job
eventually Ari basically falls asleep within a few minutes.
Oh,
He's literally just asleep on you. Yeah. So at about 5 o'clock, do you guys want to exit the cave?
Yes.
Okay, so you exit the cave with your belongings and your new stuff, with the plan of just very quickly, what is the plan? Where are you guys headed next?
Do we want to go see Parthenax?
Yeah.
Or do we want to explore the truck first?
do we want to go to the that city down there?
I want to go to Parthenax.
Enosa, because we can spend all our fucking gold. Or we can go to Enosa after we go to the next Dwarven Ruin and go.
Or we can just go to Trock right now and see what's there.
All right, Trock, then Parthenax.
I mean, we could try.
Well, the really good magic shop was in Enosa, though. I don't know. I mean, Trock might have stuff too, but that's fine.
How are we
I'm
gonna
good with
know
either.
if we don't go?
Yeah, true. All right.
All right, Trock.
So the plan is to go
Also-
north to Trock,
Yeah.
which according to the map is about a day's travel, either by horses or by the motor vehicle, both of which you left outside unattended.
I
Could I
think we
get
should leave.
Could I get a D100 roll from somebody?
Not me.
I'll do it.
All right.
I would just throw this out there, guys. We should probably not drive the car into the city. We should probably leave it out hidden somewhere.
No, we sell it.
So what did you roll for the D100
Well,
roll?
we could, I guess.
84.
84. Luckily, both the car and the horses are there because
Oh, goody.
gone it would have been. I don't know if you see this, but when I'm speaking, it was
Yeah.
69 to 80 would have been gone. You rolled an 84.
Oh my god.
We just made it.
Yeah. So the car is there, basically in the same condition you left it. It's got a couple of scratches and dings on it already. And the horses are tied to the bumper of the car and they haven't gone anywhere. So basically, it's everything. But there is something else out there as you emerge from the fifth dwarven
It's not
cave.
another balloon.
It's gotta
it's
be
not on
Thaden's wifey.
Desdemona.
It's not another balloon. And Desdemona has long since left this earth. You
That's
never know.
what
She
we
could.
think.
We live. Well,
Yeah.
this is a land of magic and undead. So who knows?
She'll probably
Yeah.
haunt me in the
Yeah.
immortal
Yeah.
realm.
Okay. What you notice is two individuals who are standing on. Well, they're basically on their horses. They have two horses of their own, alongside the vehicle and the other 5 horses that are tied to the bumper. And as you emerge from the cave, they dismount. One of them is you do not recognize. One of them is a dark-skinned, half-elven female that kind of looks like either a tracker or a woodswoman or a druid. You're not really sure what her deal is. She's wearing leather armor. She has a bow. She has a sword, a dagger. She's got a kind of earthy look about her. She's covered in dirt. So you're not sure what class she is. Maybe she's,
You said a dark elf?
No, not a dark elf, a half elf, but with dark skin. Kind of like, imagine someone who do you know who Gabrielle Union is?
Yeah.
She looks like Gabrielle Union, but with the pointy ears, slightly pointy ears.
I
'cause she's
approve.
got- yeah. Oh no, she's very pretty. And she's wearing leather armor. She's got some feather design stuff going on. She's got a bow and arrow, a couple of a sword and a dagger, whatnot. And next to her is someone who you might recognize. He seems to be an older wizard, and when he sees your group, he says to all of you in turn, with the serious look in his eyes,
Snacks.
he says, no, he's actually a human maybe in his early 60s. He looks familiar. You haven't quite placed it just yet. But when he opens his mouth to speak, it's hits you like a lightning bolt. And he says, I want it back, and I want it back now. So hand it over. Or
That did not hit me like a lightning bolt.
It's the pouch. It's the fucking. He wants the pouch. I whisper. He wants the pouch.
What do you want back?
And that's where we'll end this week.
Shit. Fuck. This guy ain't getting shit.
Damn.
I don't know, man. If it's like the wizard.
So before we
might-
end the stream, what we'll do is I need a perception check for the group. So it's at advantage. So who's gonna roll?
I'll roll one.
Yeah, you roll Baka one. Who's gonna roll the second one?
I'll do the other one.
So Pia and Baka roll a perception. No, I'm sorry, not perception. Not perception. A history.
History.
check. Is anybody else proficient in history?
I am.
Nope.
History
What?
thought?
You are? That's like a dump stat.
It doesn't matter. You guys are rolling for the group anyway.
I rolled a 21.
You rolled a 21.
Yeah,
It
dump
strikes.
stat my ass.
I rolled a natural one.
Okay, well, but then you know what? You don't notice anything, but Pia, it'll decide whether Pia wants to say something about it. You recognize this guy absolutely clearly. This is the magic user who owned the shop in Kirillith.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
What you just said. He wants his bag of holding back. And that's where we'll leave off next week's episode. That's exactly where we'll pick it up.
And
Yo,
I have the
giving,
bag.
We're not giving him that
No,
shit
are you
back.
kidding me? All of her stuff's in there.
We
Yeah.
will fucking kill him.
I don't know if we could take him though.
Yeah, we can, dude.
We lost it.
He's not gonna believe that. He tracked us here. He knows high level spells like scry and
I don't know where it went.
We can't take him, but Sirach has an idea. That's
We
not
can
going to be
take him.
discussed right now.
You'll
in front of
discuss
the
it.
DM.
Yeah, don't discuss it in front of me. You can discuss it in private text messages through the week.
I actually have an idea too.
Because I ain't giving you no ideas.
Yeah, don't, because no. I mean, sometimes it helps to tell me just so that I don't, if I have to improvise on the spot, you might actually get a worse
True.
result than you would have if I had a chance to think about it. Because I'm not one of these
Fair.
vindictive DMs that wants you to fail. I want actually to make a best story as we can. Sometimes you catch me.
Really? I can't tell sometimes.
Oh, you know what? Stop.
Oh,
Please
shut
stop it.
Shut yourself.
I'm
Come on.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I want you guys to all reach level 20 or 17 and 3 or 15 and 5 or whatever it is.
Right, you throw a level 20 wizard at us. Sure.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what level.
I mean, he's one level 20 wizard versus all of us.
that's what
We
I'm
can
He's
take
with
him.
Somebody else.
Weren't you just saying another strategy other than attacking him?
Well, he doesn't
Oh,
want to
I mean, I have another strategy.
Next
I'm
you
just
guys,
saying.
next week.
you guys. Well,
I'd rather
anyway.
just kill him.
So, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, that was episode 23 of Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons. We're so happy to be able to play for this long with each other. We're happy to be on YouTube. We're so glad. We hope you enjoy our show. We will be here again next Monday, God willing, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks so much. Anybody want to say anything as we're signing off?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Absolutely.
Share with everyone.
Yes. Share, like, subscribe. Subscribing tell your friends. It's completely free. They don't get to give away any of your information. Subscribe. It's a very easy thing. Click and it's done. You can turn off your notifications. We don't even have to bother you. So just, I
Unless
wouldn't
you want it.
suggest it. I wouldn't suggest it. I think that pressing the little ring button is pretty cool.
If we get 10 subscribers before next week, I will actively try to kill Sirach.
I don't see how that's a win-win. I just
I don't
It's a
think
win
that
for-
is.
Yeah,
I can
We get
say
subscribers
that if
and
we
we
get
kill
up
Sirach.
to 1,000, I will cosplay Sirach.
now that would be pretty
Ooh,
cool.
That's good.
Tell you
If
what,
we get, we're stuck at somewhere
I'm
hovering around
cosplaying,
300.
forget it.
We're at 300 subscribers. We're stuck in
can't
that area, which I'm
cosplay
very
half my
proud of.
height.
Thank you so much for those of you that have subscribed. But 1,000 is the magic number for monetization. And we can improve the look of the stream. We can put some backgrounds in, we can put some nameplates that look decent. You know, we could do things to make the show look a little more presentable if we started to get some, you know, an influx of some cashola. But anyway, that's down the line. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week. And, you know, have a great week. So I'm going to sign us off. Let's go up to the top and